Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Señoras y señores, live. It's time!
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope you're enjoying your Wednesday night. My name is Chris. This is Scotty. We are your hosts for the Action Lab, your premier sports entertainment talk show on the internet. And we are with you on a Wednesday night, chilling, talking some week 4 of the NFL. And we also have some other things going on in the world. But Scotty, what's going on?
Not too much, Chris. Honestly, you understood, and we're going to talk about something that's not even coming up a little bit, but we hyped this. I don't know if you remember this, Chris, but like 2 months ago, I hyped this weekend as like the best sports weekend we might have all year. So I'm hyped for it. I don't know if you remember. We got the Ryder Cup for golf.
Ryder Cup?
Which is like, even if you don't like golf, like Ryder Cup that's like the best event to watch because like the players are like actually passionate and loud and talk trash and the fans are loud and it's a whole thing. It's a team event, super fun. We have incredible matchups in college football over this weekend, and then we got a lot of good ones in the NFL, Chris. So like this weekend is gonna be insane, and we're stuck in the mountains with our.
We're stuck in the mountains. It's going to be, we're going to be going together, so we'll have each other. But yeah. Either way, we're going to be keeping tabs on everything. I'm sure we'll have the games on. But yeah, lots of interesting ones across the whole entire weekend. What do we got? College football, LSU Ole Miss.
LSU Ole Miss. You got Alabama, Georgia. You got Oregon, Penn State.
Penn State, yes.
That's actually probably the best one. You got 3 versus 6, I believe, and Oregon versus Penn State in Happy Valley. My Oregon buddy's going to the game as an Oregon fan. So, yeah, that one. The only issue I have with that is somehow college football just hates themselves. And they were like, what if we had Oregon, Penn State, and Alabama, Georgia play at the exact same time?
Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
Makes sense. That let's have the 2 biggest games of the weekend play at the exact same time, so people can't watch both. Or you can do the split screen, obviously, but like still, it's stupid.
Yeah. It's I get that we have the split screens now. I mean, I love the split screens when it comes to YouTube TV and all these others, and it's fine. But I mean, you want to focus on one good game at a time, especially if they're both really good. You don't want to have to just what are we doing college football? Let's fix it. But yeah, we have a lot of interesting things. We have baseball coming down. I mean, not that we've been following it, but baseball's coming down the pipeline with
Sunday is the last game of the regular season.
Which the Mets that's our only chance, Scotty. That's our only chance we got to have a team in the play.
I don't know.
I'll let you.
Yeah, my Royals just got eliminated today.
See. That's why I'm saying I'll let you jump on because it's the only shared team.
I'm not jumping on the Mets. They're gonna be one and done if they're in. Like, we know how that goes.
We know, but at least you have a kind of a peripheral dog in the fight.
Let me figure this out. All right, because I literally don't know where teams are at. I mean, the AL Central is going to be fascinating because you got the Guardians and Tigers almost tied.
Oh, there's Wreck. Yeah, hold on. Let me get you.
That's been the biggest story in baseball. The Guardians have gone 9-1 in their last 10. The Tigers have gone 1-9 in order for them to basically be in like a race right now, where the Tigers are actually 1 game back of the Guardians now. It's just an insane story, but the wild card will be interesting because you got the Astros, you got the Red Sox. Red Sox should make it, but the Astros, Guardians, Tigers, loser. should be actually no. The Red Sox, I don't know. In the NL, who cares? The Cardinals are terrible. The Rockies are right in the mix.
Right in the mix.
Dan.
Right in the mix for the 10th overall pick, to be exact.
That's baseball's so dumb. I can't get over how dumb baseball is. They're like, not only will we not give you a level playing field because there's no salary cap, and I understand there's revenue sharing. I understand that, but still. Also, if you're bad for a few years, we're gonna punish you.
We're just not gonna let you have a
Big
chance.
scrubs.
Baseball's the dumbest professional sport, maybe in the world, with how they operate. Not the sport itself, how they operate. Although Chris, I think you put, maybe it was you, maybe it was somebody else, that they at least are getting rid of umpires next year.
Yeah, we got the ABS challenge system.
Well, I didn't mean fully getting rid of umpires, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, in case you guys don't know, we have breaking news as of was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, where the automated ball strike challenge system will be used the entire 2026 season. Each team will get 2 challenges and keep them if they're successful. Challenges can only be initiated by a pitcher, catcher, or batter, and the request must come right after the pitch. To signal a challenge, a pitcher, catcher, or batter will tap his hat or helmet to let the umpire know. I already have, I saw that part, and I was just like, what if, because they're, in between, they unstrap their gloves, they, do all these things, they touch their hat. I'm like, how are we going to distinguish some of the little things touching hats and stuff?
It's obvious. Like they tested in the spring training. It's very obvious when they want to challenge it.
The player turns and looks straight at the umpire. And
like taps his head repeatedly.
You know what they should have given him? They should have given him a red flag and then done exactly what that Bill Belichick and just take it out and slap it on the ground straight down into the dirt. That's what they need to do. I want that.
I mean, it's very easy to notice, Chris. If it looks like I don't know if I could say that on stream actually.
Say it, Rex.
If it looks like someone with a weave trying to scratch their head.
I mean, now
then they're trying to challenge you.
Now you're banned, Rex. Congratulations. Just kidding. So that's how it works. By the way, in each extra inning, a team will be awarded a challenge if it has none remaining entering the inning. By the way, it's sponsored by T-Mobile 5G network. In case you guys need
everything in baseball is sponsored by T-Mobile.
I was hoping it would be sponsored, because how else would it exist?
Yeah,
how else would it exist
if it wasn't sponsored by somebody? Baseball playoffs are gonna start soon, so that's better than regular season baseball at least. And the NL, we got the Phillies, Brewers, and Cubs are gonna make it, and Dodgers and Padres.
There's one spot open, and there's a 3-team race for it.
3-team race between the Mets, the Diamondbacks, and the Reds. And Rec, before you got on, I told Scotty, I told you too. You can jump on the Nets.
How
the
bad
Mets.
the 7th best team is.
I'm not jumping on the Mets.
Jump on the Mets. At least we'll have a combined team that we could all get excited about.
I'd rather just pick a random team.
Well, it's like rooting for the Chargers.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I'm gonna cheer for.
I'm looking through. I'm probably gonna go for either Seattle or Cleveland. I know they haven't done anything in recent years, but I'm gonna pitch my right to one of them. Still better than the Mets.
We should just assume the Dodgers are gonna win it?
No, we don't have to assume that. The pitching has been problematic.
Yeah, but do they care about the regular season? I'm not sure. Yeah. I think they're just bored in the regular season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't paid close enough, to be fair, not close enough attention.
How many baseball games have you watched this year? 0?
Like a full game?
I think
all 9 innings? Yeah, absolutely 0.
How many innings of baseball have you watched combined? Like 3?
Well, the Savannah Bananas count?
Hey,
No.
I think they count. I think they count.
Yeah, no, I've watched almost no baseball. I don't get the appeal. Maybe because I work for a team for a long time, but in our team,
And you also work for a bad.
if our
the worst
team was good, I think I would watch a lot more, especially this time of year.
I went to one baseball game this whole season, and I went to a Savannah Bananas baseball game as well. So I've been to 2 total baseball games. So
Chris, I went to 0 Rockies games, and I could go to every Rockies game basically for free, and I went to 0.
that just tells you everything you need to know about.
You should have gone to that 21-0.
I had to pay to go to the Savannah Bananas, and I went to that over going to free baseball with the Rockies.
Buy your Savannah Banana stock now, people. It was a lot of fun, by the way.
I actually think I would sell Savannah Bananas. I think they're at their peak right now.
Would you?
Yeah,
So if it's a stock, if it's a stock, I would not buy.
Yeah.
Klept Sick Joker, just appreciate that. Thank you. Fans can't.
That's been there for like years.
I know. I was gonna say that's not a new addition. Klept, maybe. I mean, I know you've been here a couple times in this new season, so I'm. You just noticing that?
Also, real quick, look at the wild card race between the number 6 and number 7 seed in the AL.
It's number 6 and number.
It's as I'm looking at it.
It's a half game between the Astros and the Tigers.
One team lost 8 games in a row. The others lost 4 games in a row.
No one wants to win that. No one wants to. No one wants to try to climb the ladder there.
Stuff out there.
No one wants to face the powerhouse that is the Cleveland Guardians in the first round.
Jeez.
That would not be the first. Well, as the 7th seed. Well, because
6 seed. Yeah.
you get the whole bye thing. Baseball's weird.
Yeah.
Who has the best? The Toronto Blue Jays? No one in baseball.
They're tied with the
this year.
Yankees.
The fact that the fact that the Milwaukee Brewers have the most wins in baseball just proves that baseball doesn't have any good teams this year.
Yeah. Let's not talk about baseball, says Chairman. Chairman, obviously, his boys.
The Astros are trying to get themselves out of the way.
His boys aren't looking good there.
Not the Astros. The Braves are.
The Braves are just bad this year.
Embarrassing to be a fan of a team that's 75 and 84. That's so embarrassing.
Yeah. Good thing my team is 78 and 80.
Cuban in the chat questioning some of these rules. This is so corrupt. Why can't the shortstop initiate that challenge if he knows it was a strike? Maybe the further you are from the plate, the bigger the sign has to be. Pitcher rubs his shoulder, and the right fielder does a backflip.
All right. My question is, so this is automated, obviously.
Yeah.
How do you win a challenge? How do we prove that the automation is wrong?
Because no, it's not. It's not that everything is automated. It's that we still have human umpires. It's just they can challenge the human call with an automated.
Why don't we just save time and get rid of the umpires in general?
It's because if they do that, the umpires would cry like they do whenever they're told that they're wrong in a baseball game.
No, there doesn't need to be anyone behind the plate. Get him out of there. Get him out. Baseball could fix themselves because there is a big discrepancy, and as there is a stat every year, and that when I worked for the Rockies, this is not a coincidence. The Rockies missed balls and strike calls. They were always the bottom third of the league every year in this stat, which is not a coincidence. And guess who's at the top? Like the Dodgers are always in the top third of the league. Like they get the generous calls, the Rockies don't. And that's a human element that needs to go away. Just get rid of the humans. We don't need humans in baseball.
Medusa says robots taking American jobs. Yeah.
I mean,
They're just taking all our
umpires are
jobs.
terrible. And listen, all refs are terrible, but it's easiest to replace MLB umpires than any other sport reffing wise. You can't replace like NFL referees because how do you do that? But you can automate balls and strikes. You can automate whether they're out or safe at first. You can do all of those things. Get rid of the human element in baseball. Get it out.
Get out. Yeah. No, I mean, if tennis figured it out, they only have like one person watching, but otherwise they have the automated like eagle eye in the sky, whatever it is. So they figured it out. Like, yeah, just keep it going. Why not?
I don't think most people agree with me, but I think I'm right. So
yeah. I've been advocating for AI, robots, chips and balls for the longest time. I'm on board, Scotty. I'm on board. You got me. Believing in it. Tiger's meltdown is the most embarrassing thing in the history of Major League Baseball. They're an embarrassment to the game.
Yeah, Chairman put it in the Discord. They had a 15.5 game lead on the division on July 8th. It only took them like a couple months, like 2 months, 2.5 months to blow it entirely.
that is wild to have a 15.5. And literally in the last 10 games, they've blown an 8-game lead. 7 game in the last 10
Something like that.
which is wild. You can never dream that to happen. So I don't know. It's Detroit, Chairman. I don't know what else to say.
Detroit. Detroit is Detroit. But either way, baseball's
Chairman's
coming down
right.
the pipeline.
So that's what I said. Why have the umpire call it so then you can appeal to the robot? Just let the machine call it in the first place. Thank you.
Yeah.
That makes it way more sense. We don't have to waste time with head taps and whatever garbage. Just is it a ball or a strike? It's pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah. Let's simplify this shit. Anyways, so there you go. Baseball's coming down the pipeline. We got some cool college football games going, and we got NFL action. We are going to be breaking down week 4 here momentarily, but hit that follow button if you guys are new to the channel. If you guys are just joining us for the first time, we are live every Wednesday and Sunday. Sunday night, we will be watching Sunday Night Football here. Who do we got this Sunday, Rec?
We've got the return of Micah Parsons.
Oh, that's right. We got the revenge game. We got Micah Parsons and playing his old team. So Packers Cowboys. Who do we have? Anyone any fans out there in the
We got
lab rack?
Scotty's buddy.
I don't think it's a good idea to put him on.
I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah.
It's a trap.
I know people liked him the first time he was on.
No. He's great. I just well, you're playing with fire.
Well,
a
yeah,
little
it's-
bit,
it's-
especially in a game where like it
Spicy.
may not go very well.
It's
Spicy.
it could be a little dicey. We're rolling the dice on that one for sure. Either way, we'll have fun watching that Sunday Night Football. I think that'll be an interesting game for sure. Counting the down days till Ollie Marmol is done managing the Cardinals. Is it also weird that the batter initiates the challenge? They always think it's a ball. LOL.
Yeah. Like, why do they have the decision-making ability? Like, they're gonna waste their challenges on like awful calls, probably. But it like the batter wants to get a hit. It's so weird because like the batter's like, well, my livelihood is based off of like my batting average, me getting on base. If I think I missed a call, it's like a 3-1 count, 3-0 count, maybe. Maybe not on a 3-0, but like on a 3-1 count, and it's like a called strike, and they're like, no, I can get on base. But is that a game? It's like 2 outs, nobody on, in a game you're down 8. Like, I don't know. There's problems with it for sure.
Yeah. Either way, we'll see a lot of that next season. But let's go ahead. Let's get into the. We haven't done the exploring the world on X in a while, so we're gonna do that a little bit. But we also had something come out where NBA is slowly inching his way. Hockey starts tomorrow, basically, because their season is just off season so short. They're basically starting hockey now. So NBA though just released their ESPN just released their top 100 of the countdown player rankings. So we were gonna just look at this briefly and then look around the world of X and then dive into week 4. But we're going to start out with 100 to 51. We're going to do it pretty quickly, but we're going to try to like narrow it down because they haven't released the top 10 yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll through it, see what kind of glaring names pop up early on in this. We're going to scroll through it fast. And then once we get to like the top, 20 or so, we'll start like slowing it down and seeing what that looks like. But that being said, let's scroll through a little bit and see where ESPN, which always has perfect rankings, right?
Never done it wrong.
Yeah, sure. Starting with RJ Barrett. By the way, just off the top, first thing, I don't remember RJ Barrett justifying a 53 rank from last year, but that's just me. Somehow, some way he was 53, drops down to 100 here. Walker Kessler's not even getting brought back in Utah. Nikhil Walker, Alexander Walker, Atlanta, PJ, Devin Vassell. Let's see. Nothing standing out. Drew Holiday, 36 to 91. I feel like this is a little low.
It's more that he left the Celtics, so they're like, well, let's just, not that he left, but
I mean, does your team impact how good you are as a player?
Yes,
yes.
There's no way he goes from 36 to 91, and you'll be shocked where Derek White is on this list.
Zach Edey at 88. There you go. Wreck. Zach Edey, your boy.
Oh, first Nuggie.
87. Jonas.
Valanciunas.
Jonas, however you want to say it. It's
Jonas brother.
The Jonas brother. Bradley Beal down here towards the bottom. Tobias. Kuminga needs to figure out what's going on, what team he's going to be on.
The amount of updates I've got on Jonathan in this situation is insane. I'm like, can I unsubscribe? I don't care. I don't care.
He's not. He was unranked last year. He's fine.
Like, can we chill?
Like, chill on Jonathan Kuminga, please.
Daddy, chill.
Please. Norman Powell, Andrew Nembhard, my boy from Gonzaga here. DeMar DeRozan. The more I see him, the less I like him. Hey.
He's getting old,
Let's see. What else do we have? Brandon Ingram. It's weird seeing him in a Raptors jersey, by the way. Number 77. Brandon Miller, all the Brandons in the 70s. By the way, did you see the Fred VanVleet? Did you see the injury to Houston?
Yeah.
They were third in NBA championship odds, and that dropped them like 3 spots behind some other teams. So Nuggets now are the third highest team in NBA odds to win the title this year, which I think that's still low.
Who? Obviously OKC, but who else?
OKC, and then I believe it's how
are they not two?
I want to say it's the Knicks. No, that can't be the Knicks. Let me look. I want to say here we go. NBA Finals, Cleveland Cavaliers. The Knicks are 4th.
How are the Cavs above the Nuggets? That's insane.
The Cavs are plus 650. The Nuggets are plus 750. The Nuggets went from plus 900 to plus 750. The Rockets dropped from, I think, plus 650 to 15 to 1 behind the Lakers and the Knicks. So they fell off. Fred VanVleet, man.
Look at old friend alert right here.
Oh, dude, Michael Porter Jr.
MPJ. Guess what, Chris? How many Nuggets players do you think are ranked in front of MPJ on this list? Like, just give me a number.
I'm gonna say. So we've already seen one, Jonas. right?
Mm-hmm.
So 4. I'm gonna say 4.
You're wrong.
How many?
It's 5. Chris.
Is it 5?
It's the starting 5.
It-
It's all.
Is it? Wow. Okay.
Now you're gonna see one in like 3 spots here.
By the way, Michael Porter
Who happen
Jr.
to be
I guess
he's moving up the list here.
I-
He moved up.
I guess. I mean, have you heard what he's saying in Brooklyn right now? I mean, he's been saying all sorts of crazy shit all offseason. I guess they had to reel him in. The Brooklyn had to have a comment like, hey, by the way, which doesn't make sense. There was a report that said the Brooklyn Nets reached out to Michael Porter Jr. and they were like, this isn't the same kind of market as it is in Denver. So you got to watch what you say. And I was like, he was quiet out here. I don't know. Like, I guess maybe your mentalities.
I think you can be heard anywhere if you're an NBA player at this point. Because the internet is called the World Wide Web, Chris. So everyone can hear what you say.
Who would you rather have, Kuminga or Michael Porter Jr.? Probably Porter Jr. Just because he's got a higher, I think, ceiling. Yeah, maybe. Cuban says MPJ way overrated.
But yeah, the guy we traded with him for is just a little bit up on this list.
Cameron Johnson went from unranked to 67th. Dude, he's gonna have a monster year, man.
That's our worst starter right there.
That's the
Chris. All right, from here, if you had to guess the order of Nugget players on this rank, who's all right? He's 5th. Who's 4th? I think that one's pretty easy.
I think it's probably Gordon.
No.
Hold on, wait. We got Yoke, Murray, Cameron Johnson, Aaron Gordon,
and
Christian Brown. Christian Brown.
Okay, Christian Brown. So who's 3?
So Christian Brown, then I would assume it would be Aaron Gordon.
Incorrect again.
Really? Do they have Jamal that fall off a little bit?
They have Aaron Gordon above Jamal Murray.
Interesting. Here's Christian, your boy,
62.
Rock Chalk.
Let's go.
Another unranked to 60s, by the way. Zion, he lost some weight, man. He's lost some weight.
I haven't seen the picture, but I heard on the radio today that he looks like he lost a 3rd child or something.
He sounds like, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like he's ready to go, but he's also said that in previous seasons too. But he's put in the work.
It does appear that he's in shape. I haven't seen the picture, just based off of people talking about it and like reacting to it on the radio, being like, "Oh, damn, I didn't know he actually does look."
He transformed, man. He transformed for sure.
Does he still get hurt? Maybe. But at least I appreciate him putting in the work. You know,
he doesn't have as much pounds to get hurt though.
And if he's actually skinny and healthy, he's going to be jumping up this list incredibly high.
If I want him in the dunk contest so bad, and he's never going to do it. Isaiah Hartenstein, a little high here. A little high here. I feel like this is a little inflated based off of what they did.
OKC players are ridiculously high on this list.
Paul George, Alex Caruso.
Paul George is still alive?
he's still kicking. Cooper Flag getting some love in this year? 52?
The idea of Cooper Flag being 52,
that
Jamal, I believe, is like 48, I think, is insane.
I mean, Cooper Flag, I'm trying to...
Alex Caruso at 53 is also crazy, but...
Yikes. Okay, Cooper Flag getting more love than he probably should.
Chris, who's a better player, Alex Caruso or Austin Reeves?
Alex Caruso or Austin... Caruso.
Absolutely not. No, that's wrong. What are you talking about?
I mean, well, it depends on what you need him for, I guess. I mean, if you need him for like defensive ability,
If you need like a great seventh man, Caruso's your guy.
yeah, I mean, I Caruso was a pivotal part of that team that won the title last year. I mean, he
was like their sixth best player, maybe. So pivotal.
I mean, he impacted some of those series with his, I mean, the Nuggets series, he was everywhere.
Reeves is an exponentially better player than Alex Caruso. By a lot.
Offensively, I would take Austin Reeves' game for sure.
Yeah, I'd take Austin Reeves in a second over Alex Caruso. I like Alex Caruso's game.
I mean, if you're if you're in a vacuum, like if you're just looking at just the player, just the skill set, regardless of no team, whatever, and just I would take Reeves. I think it depends on the team outlook. But fit's always important. Let's get to the top 50. Kristaps Porzingis, who's in Atlanta now because the Boston Celtics sold off their entire team. What's up, Piglet? Nice to see you.
If he was still in Boston, he'd be ranked higher despite not playing a game.
Pretty much. Rudy Gobert went from 34 to 49. Mikal Bridges. Joel Embiid, man. I mean, obviously he doesn't play.
What a fall.
What a fall from grace. I mean, 19 games last season. That was it. And here's the thing. He's probably going to come into this season on the injury report. Like having sitting all off season. He was 8th. And he was an MVP candidate probably, 2 years ago? Yeah. Perennial.
3 years ago?
Yeah. So, fall from grace, number 47. Here's Jamal. Jamal went from 31 to 46.
I'm fine with Jamal dropping based off his season last year, but as a Nuggets fan, is Aaron Gordon better than Jamal Murray? Aaron Gordon provides consistency that Jamal Murray doesn't provide. But I think Jamal Murray is certainly more important in the Nuggets' success than Aaron Gordon.
I mean, when you're talking about the Nuggets, it's Batman and Robin, right? It's the top two and then the pieces around. It's always Jokic and Murray. Jokic and Murray. Like those are those are the two key components, and then you build
way more important
around
to the Nuggets' success. Where Aaron Gordon, you kind of know what you're gonna get, and it's good. I appreciate what Aaron Gordon does, but like ranking him above Jamal Murray to me is kind of wild.
Aaron Gordon's getting speaking of Aaron Gordon, I think we're going to see him in a little bit here. Lauri Markkanen, man, I feel bad for him. He's such a good player on such a bad team. I feel bad for him. He needs to go somewhere else. Julius Randle, OG. There's AG. By the way, he's like a mature AG. He's hitting threes more consistently than he ever has.
That's the biggest movement.
Man.
Yeah, he's been a much better 3-point shooter.
So solid. Let's see. Let's keep rolling here. Darius Garland. Amen Thompson getting some love. Going unranked to 37. That might be a little bit of a jump. Zubac, I think, is deserving. I think he's one of the better centers in the NBA based off of how he's gotten better year in and year out, especially against Jokic in the playoffs last year. I think this is justified.
Then we're going to have 3 Clippers above any Nugget outside of Jokic in this list. And yet the Clippers lost to him.
It's true. Franz. There's Franz. Orlando's going to have a solid team this year. I know they're going to be in that mix. They're dark horse for people to pick to come out of the East. I don't know if I think they have some work to do, but Scotty Barnes, Trae Young, he loves fighting with people on the internet.
He's a little polarizing.
Trae Young. Have you seen the beef going on with him and what's his name? Pat Bev?
No.
Him and Pat Bev are going at it on Twitter, man. They're like,
I don't know why you get involved with an argument with Pat Bev. Just ignore him. Just ignore him.
Maxey, Towns, Derek White coming in at 26, Scotty. Climbing the ladder.
Feels very high. Very high.
Derek White. I mean, I get it, but like the Celtics aren't going to be good. If we're talking about him being on a good Celtics team, maybe he's like kind of up here in this general give or take a few spots. The Celtics are going to be trash this year. I mean, they got Jaylen Brown. That's it. Everyone else is gone. Porzingis gone. Holiday's gone. Tatum's out. Like, Horford's old. Like, I had to.
Well, Horford's not on the Celtics.
Where did he move on?
He's still a free agent. I don't think Horford signed with anybody, but he's
I
not
thought
on
he-
the team right now.
Interesting. Because last time I checked, it was being if the Jonas Valanciunas thing fell through, Horford was the Nuggets' backup in a set.
Well, I've heard maybe if they move off of Kuminga, I've heard Golden State.
Yeah.
But he's just chilling.
Baby Jokic here at 25. Chet getting some love here.
I mean, based off the series against the Nuggets, Chet's not anywhere near the 24th best player. But maybe he's different other times. But he was not anywhere near the 24th best player in the league in that series.
And here's the thing. In a league where he's constantly going to be kind of thrown up with like compared to the Victor Wembanyama's of the world, kind of the same style, but like, well, I mean, Victor's more dynamic. I just think he's gonna live in Victor Wembanyama's shadow for a long time. I think just from the type of player, the way he plays.
Well, Wemby's way better.
Way better. Pascal Siakam, Adebayo, Kawhi coming in at 20.
So there's all our Clippers coming in.
There's all the Clippers. Jaylen Brown, Jimmy Buckets, Paolo.
Which seems high for Jimmy Butler as well.
Jimmy Butler, he was what, 28th last year?
I don't know how he moves up the list.
I mean, he moves up the list based off of his playoff like resume, I think, but like
He didn't play in the playoffs.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't play in the playoffs, he kind of loses some of that mystique, right? So just something to think about. Paolo, Devin Booker at 16, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Davis, Evan
I'm
Mobley.
shocked that Anthony Davis is at 14.
I'm
shocked that Evan Mobley is above Anthony Davis.
I agree.
Just in the idea of like, that's crazy to me.
Do I think?
And I'm not an Anthony Davis stan at all, but I'm shocked that Anthony Davis is not in the top 10.
I mean, it's kind of strange. Evan Mobley, I think, should be here. Maybe I'm high on him moving forward. I don't think he's there yet. I don't.
So one player averaged, what does that say? 26.
Oh yeah, 26, 12,
26,
and
12,
2.3.
The other one averaged 18, 9, and 1.
It's less.
And he's in front.
Well, these are.
I don't care.
Oh, these are fantasy
What?
projections.
All right, still.
Even still, yeah.
Like, and both are good defensively. So you can't just make the argument like, well, we know Evan Mobley's a good defensive player, but so is Anthony Davis. So, like, that is insane to me.
Yeah. If maybe you can throw in health for Anthony Davis, but then even still, I would
Evan Mobley gets hurt.
In a vacuum. If you have a choice to start your team, you're taking Anthony Davis every single time. Every single time. Cade Cunningham coming in. Shout out to Chairman's boy. Cade Cunningham at 12 and Jay Will at 11. Lots of thunder.
Another insane thing. No one on planet Earth would take Jalen Williams over like Anthony Davis. No one on the earth.
I would take Cade Cunningham over Jalen Williams today.
100%. 100%.
like
I don't know how Jalen Williams is ranked 11. But that leaves 10, Chris.
That leaves 10. So, that being said, we have, the top 10, which...
Not released yet.
Not released.
We can list them.
I mean, let's
Not in order.
Not in order.
Then we can do order.
So we got, let's see, Jokic, obviously, Shea. We got Giannis, Luka, Steph.
LeBron, Steph, Durant.
Wait, hold on.
7.
LeBron, Durant, Anthony Edwards. So that's
Jalen
8.
Brunson's 9. It's
Wemby?
the 10th person. Oh yeah, Wemby's 10.
Wemby would be 10.
So what's the order there? If you had to predict the order of the top 10 based off those,
Jokic has to be 1. I would put. I think
you think Jokic is going to be 1?
I think Jokic should be 1. I think it will be 1. Jokic will be 1. I mean, we saw all the.
Hey, I think it might be SGA.
Everyone. I mean, you've probably seen some of the list that came out recently in the NBA where it was like everyone voted 19 out of 20 picked Jokic to be number 1 and the best player in the NBA. I think that carries over.
I think it should be Jokic, but it wouldn't shock me at all if it's SGA.
So
Based off
either
MVP
way,
and NBA title.
I think it goes. I think the top 3 are pretty straightforward. I think it's Jokic, Shea, and Giannis. Well, actually, I mean,
no, it's those 3.
Luka's the only one that I feel like might,
No.
if they want, if the ESPN people want to, glaze up the Lakers, they would put Doncic at 3, but Giannis should be the pick at 3. So I think
that's definitely. I think it's definitely that. I think Giannis is 100% at 3. And then 1, 2 is SGA, Jokic, and we'll see.
So those are the top 4. I mean, Steph and Anthony Edwards, I think, are kind of creeping into this range here. Anthony Edwards, he's on the up and up. Steph he's kind of on the back end of his career, but he's still Steph. So, like, between 5 and 6 on those two, I think they're interchangeable. I would say they go Steph, Anthony Edwards. Steph, Anthony Edwards. Then we have, I would go,
We got Durant, Brunson, Wemby, and who am I forgetting?
I think they would go Brunson.
Oh, I think Brunson should be like 10. Who am I forgetting now?
LeBron.
Oh yeah,
LeBron
will be 9 or 10.
I think. All right, let's count from the other side. LeBron's 10. I think maybe you're right. Brunson's 9. Wemby's
Durant should be. I think Durant should almost be 8. Like, why is Durant?
Durant 8. Wemby 7.
Yeah,
Anthony Edwards. Yeah, Anthony Edwards 6.
I think Anthony Edwards will be above Curry. Personally,
but you might be right. I mean, I think those two can be interchanged one way or another. Ant should be top 5. Yeah,
I think Ant should be above Curry. I think Ant's 4 or 5, and probably 5.
No love for Bronny.
4. I could easily argue. I mean, Ant over Luka would be easy too. I could see Ant at 4.
Oh, I don't think they'll put. I think Luka's always going to be 4. I think
shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be, but he will.
He's got a partner in his top 10, and he lost to Ant last year in the playoffs.
I think the top 4 are set with Jokic, Shea, Giannis, and Luka. I think those 4.
I think the top 3. I'm not as confident with Luka as you are.
Just he's in
He
LA.
didn't play well in the playoffs last year. He did not play well in the playoffs.
He lost a lot of weight. He's getting going.
Everyone loses weight.
Everyone loses weight. That's the new trend.
This is the best off season they've ever had, Chris. He's
He's
just doing Ozempic. It's not a work ethic. He's just doing Ozempic.
All right. Well, there you go. We'll see if our predictions are right or how far off we were with all of these. But top 10 are coming up. I think they're releasing those soon, aren't they? So
totally off topic, but real quick. Speaking of Ozempic, Chris, no one watches this. It's fine that I would be calling out right now. But like, what percent of moms like in
I
let's
have
say
no
my
idea where
age.
you're going with this.
Moms my age are doing Ozempic. It's way higher than you would believe. Without knowing, because no one ever tells you they're doing it. I'm very confident I know several moms that are definitely doing Ozempic. In like my group of like, let's say 8 moms, there's at least 3 that are
Really?
doing Ozempic.
I mean,
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
high
Oh.
percentage there.
I think you're underestimating how many people are doing it, Chris. Especially moms.
Dude, that shit's bad for you.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know if we know if that's true or not.
There was some recent studies that came out that say like it's not a long-term thing that you should be doing with your body. Like it's not ideal.
And that could be true, but I question every study that ever comes out because they're all wrong. Every single one is wrong, Chris. Science is wrong.
Science,
That's why I don't believe in it.
it's not real.
I don't know, but there's at least one that you know really well that I've never been told, but I'm 98% sure is on Ozempic.
Really?
That you know quite well.
A mom? Is it in our
A friend who is also a mom. Yeah, that is in our group that I'm 98% sure.
Did they go to
is on
Mexico?
Ozempic.
Okay. We'll cross that bridge later.
That should be. You now know who it is, right?
I think I have an idea.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
like 98% sure, which is fine. I'm not judging. It's just like
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Jury's still out on science. Hot take. The payout on Brawny getting MVP.
The jury should always be out on science because science is always wrong. It's always wrong.
Science isn't real. The payout on Brawny getting MVP.
How am I the only one who sees this? Science changes all the time. They're like, sorry, we were wrong, but here we are now.
It's called the
Saying this is actually
scientific method, Scotty.
They're
Scientific
wrong all
method.
the time.
They got to prove things are right and wrong. And sometimes they got to like,
I
you
don't know how that's even a hot take, Cuban. Science is wrong all the time. And that's not like a political thing. That's nothing. It's just literally they're wrong all the time. And things that come out as healthy in the 90s are now killing you. And now things that are healthy are probably killing you 10 years later. Like, that's just the cycle that we live in. Is everything's bad for you, Chris? Turns out everything's bad.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think like that's kind of
It's exhausting.
that's the theme. You know, everything's
I
bad
hate
for
it.
you.
I hate it. So
So
I'm just gonna do what I want.
Cuban's putting $1 on Brawny to get, plus 450,000, in hopes they give an early cash out option like 15. Hashtag life hack. You missed out on all the betting on you would have been better off, Cuban, betting the dildo colors and going. I shared that with you here, right? I was like, you place a bet on the highest odds, the purple dildo getting thrown onto the field. You go to the field, you buy a purple dildo for $15, $20. I don't know how much they cost, whatever they are. And you throw it out there and you make up the difference of bailing yourself out of put a $10,000 bet on it. That was where you missed out, Cuban. That was the hack. If you were going to. Now it's over.
Listen, go ahead and throw $1 because it's $1 on Brawny. But you will absolutely never get paid out.
You will lose
There's
that dollar.
actually somehow less than 0%.
Yeah.
Less than 0.
So you're telling me there's a
Brawny.
chance?
That Brawny gets MVP.
You're
next year.
telling me there's a chance.
He's about the 450,000th best player on earth in basketball. He's closer to that than the MVP.
Let's go through a couple other. We're gonna go through a couple other headlines here via X, and then we're gonna get to week 4. But Scotty, we had a benching this week, and let's just say
I saw this myself, but I saw it on you posted.
When you're coming home, son,
This is-
don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. Donkey!
This is
the cradle and the silver spoon.
it's
Boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when.
this is Russell Wilson having to sit next to Giants bench next to Jameis Winston on the bench. Now that he's benched, Scotty, and they've moved on to Jackson Dart. Now we have another. By the way, I see some posts on TikTok of our boy Jameis. We talk about dudes who you just want to like. We always have this conversation. Who would you want to hang out with? Jameis might be like towards the top of my list these days of like, who would you spend a day with? Who would you enjoy to hang out with? Jameis Winston might be on my list. So guess what?
He'd be fun. He might be too weird for me, but he'd be fun.
Who would you rather, Chris? Would you rather Jameis or Gruden?
Oh, that's two different vibes though.
Yeah, two different vibes. But which vibe do you want?
They're both weird.
They're both put them in a room with me, and that's got that's a weird vibe. That's two completely different. That's the opposite end of the spectrum, but they're both fun. They're both great.
Yeah, just hypothetically, they have the same agent, and he tells you can hang out with one of them for a day. Who are you picking? Just one.
Probably Gruden. Probably Gruden. I mean, I see him on these box openings, and dude, I know when we're watching a game with Gruden, he can say some crazy shit, and he's knowledgeable too about like just what his experiences have been, and like, but he's like, I think I might have to go Gruden. Scotty, who would you go with?
Between those two, I think I'd go Jameis. Actually, because I think it's more unpredictable where that day could go.
That day could go any direction,
could go anywhere, and I'm there for it. I'm expecting it. Where like Gruden, things would be fun. I'd enjoy the stories and I'd enjoy his personality, but like things are headed in a direction that I could see.
I would
Jameis
also
could go anywhere.
Jameis is going to give you unpaid crad legs.
Jameis is a happy-go-lucky. Gruden is one of those where it's like you say something and he looks at you and you don't know if he's pissed at you or not, but he's probably not, and it's just like
you unlock something.
You say the wrong thing and you might be in a weird spot with Gruden, but he might also just like own it and just take it.
Or you just say one word and it leads to a 3-hour story about this one particular game against the Chargers or something.
I will say he was on Barstool show last week with Big Cat, and I don't know who the other guy was necessarily, but they're going around each game of the NFL before this last week, and they get to the Panthers-Falcons game, and Big Cat begrudgingly, and he says he's like, I hate myself for this, but I'm going to take the Panthers plus 5.5. And then this other guy's like, I'm gonna follow Big Cat. I'm gonna do it. And then they get to Gruden. He's like, have you guys ever watched football before? Do you watch football? He's like, of course the Falcons are gonna just dominate this game and take care of business.
Rip.
And then I don't know if he saw what happened. I don't know his reaction to that. The Falcons lost by 1 million. So he's not perfect in his analysis either.
No.
He's like science. They get it wrong a lot, Chris.
But it still can be entertaining to see what happens.
Yeah. No,
you know?
It's entertaining. He's just, maybe not a great prognosticator.
On the same wavelength, they're probably going to like say something to make Jameis cry, and then he's going to get into a really heartfelt speech.
Love me some Jameis.
I also think Jameis might know the better food spots to go to.
True. True.
Like
specifically crab leg spots.
Crab legs and chicken, which I'm all for.
Yeah. Next up, we have some sad news. Sister Jean retires. And you know what?
Retires or is... I thought you were going to say dead.
That's what I thought you were going to.
I baited you into a weird one. Sister Jean is finally calling it quits at 106 years old as going to, she can't be physically present on campus anymore. She's getting up there. So she was like, this might be my year that I can't make it out. So
do you think she decided that, or she's not even able to decide that?
If
at this point?
it's
I
probably
feel bad saying that, but like she's 106.
dude, who else
Like,
is
Stop parading her around. This is the right call. Like, just let her rest.
let her rest. I part of me is like, who is dragging her out to the games? And now it's like, who's taking her away from the games? Does she want to be taken away? I didn't see anything that said necessarily that she wanted to. She's no longer able to be.
She's 106. I don't know if she's cognizant of her thoughts at all. And I don't mean to be insensitive, but like at 106, you should be making your own decisions.
So according to Chris, she died 64 years ago.
He did. Yeah. She's just
66 years ago. But sure.
Yeah.
66.
Yeah. So.
So apparently the other day was the 18th year anniversary of that clip.
So this picture was 18 years ago?
No, I'm a man. I'm 40.
Oh.
By the way, he got fired, didn't he? Didn't he get fired after a 1-2 start?
I don't think
Gundy?
he's been fired yet, has he?
I think Gundy.
Yeah, Mike Gundy. Yeah, he's fired.
He got
fired?
Yeah,
Yep.
he got fired. Yeah, that happened. I
I
think.
didn't know that was Mike Gundy, but yeah, Oklahoma State's head coach is fired.
You didn't know that was Mike Gundy?
I'm not a college guy. I don't know.
But that's something you gotta know.
Honestly, I never heard of his name until I saw he got fired.
Well,
his
that's wild.
sound clips. His sound
I don't claim
clips.
to know college.
But like, you should know who Mike Gundy is. He's been at Oklahoma State for like 20 years. He's now 60.
Okay,
I'm a
I don't
man.
know if
I'm
that's
40.
true.
I
Oh,
debated.
well,
It was 18
58.
years ago. He's 58. Yeah.
He is 58. Math.
I debated whether or not I wanted to do this last one. It's at a sporting event, and this is circulated through Twitter. I'm sure you guys have probably seen it. I'm sure other people have seen it. It's an interesting clip that has nothing to do with actual sports. It's more of what's going on in the stands. And
Okay.
there's so many
I don't know where
different
you're going.
angles of this video that I was like, why not? We're here. We're on this show. We're going to do this. And
This isn't like an assassination video. right?
no,
Okay.
here's the video. Oops. Hold on. If you haven't seen this video, it's been around.
It's very potatoey.
Hold on. So in this video, this lovely young lady here.
Why did she do that? Why did she do that?
So I have so many questions about this video.
Why did he want her to do that? Why did she do that? Why? What?
What's the guy in the middle thinks this, like, what about the guy in the Marlins
The guy.
jersey? The guy to the
He actually seems fine. The black guy next to it is like, what the fuck is
Like,
going on?
first of
And
all,
he's right. He's right. He's like, what is going on?
I'm thinking to myself, what the guy on the left is doing. He's watching this. Would you eat, Scotty? What would it take for you to eat a hot dog that Rachel put in her mouth? That's the craziest video.
I don't understand why you would do it. What's the point here? What are we hoping to achieve?
Like,
Um,
I guess this is up there with the hot dog straw of like questioning life. I guess I just don't understand. Like, yeah.
does he know that she did that?
Did they work this out ahead of time? Like, hey, babe, this is how I eat my hot dogs. Can you do this for
Hot
me?
dog's a little dry. Can you help me out here? Like,
That was good, actually.
Like,
I have no idea. Put some ketchup on it or mustard or whatever you have to do.
he's putting something on it. It's not ketchup and mustard.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Yeah, James Harden.
My
is like,
favorite part is the guy next to him. Yeah, he was
but
basically.
but the guy in the middle, he knows what's going on here.
He doesn't react at all.
It's like he's seen. It's like he's seen this a
another
million
day.
times.
He's like they did this earlier today with a hot dog.
Just like there's so
did this
much
earlier.
to break down in this video, and I'm with the guy on the left. He's just like, what the like, what is this?
Yeah, he's the only one reacting appropriately here.
Anyways, that's our random clip of the week. Not that was a feature in the first place, but it is now. So
Also, we have breaking news.
all right, what's our breaking
Mike Gundy
news?
fired.
What's our
Well, yes, but that was a while ago.
what's our breaking news, Rec?
It does come from my team in baseball. Pitcher Sonny Gray has become just the fourth pitcher in team history with back-to-back 200 strikeout seasons after his performance today against the San Francisco Giants.
That wasn't breaking news that anyone needed to hear. Nobody cares. Do you care, Chris?
No.
Well, that's because you just don't like baseball.
But like, your team's out of it, so it's like kind of irrelevant.
All right. Well, you know what's better than eating a hot dog that was in your girlfriend's mouth?
I'm gonna do a code yellow real quick before we
Week 4 of the NFL
dive
preview.
in. Week 4. Oh,
Coach,
is that the first game? Hold on.
okay. So go ahead and skip. Go ahead and move on to the next game. So he comes back thinking we already did it. What's the next game, Chris?
Man, I still like, what would it take? What would it take for someone to stick a hot dog in there and just?
Well, I stuck 10 in my mouth, so
Hey, yeah, that's true. You're the glizzy champion in the Action Lab. I'll tell you that.
and hell, if I actually used a half decent strategy, I'd probably be able to do like 15
God,
or
man.
20.
That clip needs to be everywhere. We'll have to do another hot dog stream for you. By the way, whoever's in if you're in the, do we know who Derpy Entertainment is in the YouTube feed, by the way?
I do not know who that is, but hi, Derpy.
Oh, Derpy, how we doing? I don't know if you're still there, but Derpy, welcome. Good to have you. He was talking about go Guardians. The magic number is 3. I thought usually it's Brendan, but Brendan's not a Guardians fan, and he's
like Blue Jays.
yeah. So Derpy Entertainment, glad you're here. Maybe Rec, we need to start keeping tabs on what's going on in YouTube
Okay.
chat moving forward, I guess. So Derpy, if you're still there, let us know if you're also a football fan as well. Like to get to know you a little bit. All right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pull up all the stuff we have here for week 4, but let's dive in.
And that's the end of that segment. What's the next game, Chris?
I think I heard you trying to pull off this joke as I was leaving the room.
he was
No, you didn't.
he was
Shut up.
doing his best. But let's kick off week 4 preview with one of the more interesting games of the week, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Baltimore Ravens in a surprising game of 2 teams that are 1-2 coming into this. One of these teams will be 1-3 when it's all said and done at the end of this game, which I mean would be kind of a rough spot for either team, but I would say, man, this is a fascinating matchup. So Ravens, like I said, visiting Kansas City. The spread on this game is Baltimore, 2.5-point favorites on the road. Over under total set at 48.5. I believe that is still accurate. I don't know if that's moved too much. Still 48.5. Baltimore minus 146 to win the game. Kansas City plus 124 to win this game straight up. But Kansas City Chiefs plus 2.5. I think this might have gotten to 3 at one point, but then dipped back down to 2.5. this is a teaser candidate. If you guys are into teasers and if you want to, roll the dice on, trying to get into with a couple other teaser candidates as well. But Kansas City plus 2.5, Scotty, right now. How are you feeling about your boys?
Yeah, obviously a massive game, maybe for different reasons than what we would have thought going into week 4 prior to the season. We knew this would be a good matchup, but like both teams being 1 and 2 was probably not on the radar for this game before the season. I did get the Chiefs plus 3. That's one of my best bets of the week. The Chiefs matchup really good against Baltimore for whatever reason. I think Spags is very good at dialing up things to prevent Lamar Jackson from having, and he'll have moments, but he'll have a lot of bad moments too, and a lot of turnovers. I think they'll be able to take Derrick Henry away a little bit. The biggest thing for me is like the Ravens defense right now is an abomination. Part of that is injuries. Like they don't have Matabike. I can't say his name.
Justin Matabike.
I said it right? Matabike. Yeah. And Kyle Van Noy, both out this past week. Likely both to be out again this week. They're not getting healthier there. That defense is bad. Now, I don't know if the Chiefs have the run game to take full advantage of that, but like if the run game can just get 4 to 5 yards a carry somehow against a bad defensive line, a really bad defensive line. I mean, the Ravens right now are ranked like 31st or 32nd in the league in defense on like EPA per play. It's really, really bad. Now, the offense obviously is good, but like there's too many minus plays from Lamar. They got sacked, 7 times, I think?
Something wild like that.
Against Detroit.
Which with Lamar, you can't do that.
Yeah, and when Lamar's getting sacked, a lot of times that's more than like a 5-yard loss or 7-yard loss. That's like there were a couple of those that were like 15-yard losses because he's trying to back up and make a play, and then he just gets bottled up. I feel like Spags has a good idea of what to do. Maybe he wouldn't pull out all the stops if they weren't 1 and 2, but this is a massive game for both teams at this juncture. You don't want to go 1 and 3, obviously. 2 and 2 versus 1 and 3 is a very big difference at this juncture. Chiefs finally have like a weapon that maybe they found in Tyquan Thornton. Along with that, speaking of speed, Xavier Worthy practiced with he was not on the injury report at all. He practiced with no restrictions today. So my assumption is, unless the Chiefs do something weird, that Xavier Worthy will be back and basically playing in his first game of the season, minus 3 plays he had in week 1. So you have Worthy, you have Thornton. I could easily see the Ravens winning this game if they play up to their caliber. But they did not look good on Monday night. Now it's a short week. Now you go on the road to Kansas City. Both teams need it. And Kansas City has kind of Lamar Jackson's number. I think Lamar Jackson has 1 career win against Kansas City in all the matchups, including playoffs. So they kind of have his number. So I like KC plus 3 at home. But, I mean, KC, don't get me wrong. I mean, as I talked about on Sunday night, KC's offense for the first half of Sunday Night Football was the most upsetting thing I've watched in a long time as a fan of the Chiefs. I mean, it was an abomination. Played better in the second half, no doubt. But, like, what offense are you going to get from the Chiefs? I don't know.
Well, and the offense has to keep up with an offense that has been putting up points. So I'll say this: in the first 3 games that the Ravens have played, they put up 104 points at this point. By the way, the only team since 2000 to have scored 100 plus points through 3 weeks, but have a losing record, which is kind of crazy. Other 25 teams with 100 plus points through the first 3 weeks went 68-7 with a 91% win percentage. The Ravens are at 33. So, here's the thing: the Chiefs did find some sense of offense in the second half of that game, which was what they need if they're going to be going up against a team that can score points. You also got to keep an eye on the fumbles and the turnovers that happened. I know Derrick Henry has kind of been frustrated with some of the turnovers that he's been a part of so far this season. That hasn't been a great trend for them. Is that a trend? I don't know, but it hasn't been something that is been like a.
I think it's more circumstantial than a trend.
Yeah. So there are some aspects of the fact that you still got to somehow find a way to slow down an offense that puts up a ton of points. Now, they're going to leave the back door open because their defense is awful, like we talked about. Their defense is not good. That's the reason why they're in this position. They gave that game back to the Buffalo Bills in one of the craziest comebacks we've seen in week 1 to lose 40-41. So, yeah.
They got outplayed on Monday night. They shouldn't have lost to Buffalo, but they definitely got outplayed by Detroit on Monday night.
Yes. And so I think, if this is any turning point for the Chiefs, this is going to be where it's at home against the Ravens. I'm not going to be betting on it. Normally, this is the spot where we would always say Patrick Mahomes at home, underdog, getting points in KC. That's the easiest bet of the week. We're always going to take that because it's always going to be. But you know what? I'm just going to leave this one. I'm going to be a fan of it as much as if I had a lean, it would probably be towards, especially if I get the 3 Kansas City, because I think that this game could be a very interesting one. But not one of my bets of the week, though. Not one of my bets of the week.
You'll be cheering for Baltimore, though.
Hey.
All right.
What's up, Acid? How we doing?
What's up, Acid?
Welcome in.
Chris, it's okay to say, and it won't hurt my feelings. You should cheer for Baltimore in this game. You will be. You will be. I feel like sometimes you worry about my feelings too much.
No, I don't.
It's okay.
No, I don't. I just, I think with this game, you know me. I'm always rooting against the AFC West across the board. I don't want any other AFC West teams to have success. So I will be on the purple side if I'm choosing who I want to win this game.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So
no issue with that. Yeah.
But from a pure betting standpoint, I think the right side is the +3. Acid, who's your team and where you're from? I'd like to get to know you a little bit better. Do you follow the NFL? And if so, what are you thinking about some of these games? What's your favorite game of the week?
Klep doesn't follow the NFL or this stream because he's asking Rec his opinion.
Hey, I am a very smart gambler. Or maybe he's just asking me so he can fade me and make money that way.
Could be.
Yeah, you're right, SG. I don't know what I'm like. It is conflicting. Because they are Baltimore fans don't like us. They don't, and we understand that.
FTR.
They don't like that we're right.
They don't like they can't handle.
You can't handle the truth.
They can't handle the truth that we drop every single season about what is to come for their team. So but that being said, I'll be rooting for them. All right, so there you go. Naman Rec has the inside info. He's been going to training camps all offseason. Have you, Rec? You?
That's inside info for us that we're not aware of.
Yeah, that's news to everybody. Breaking news.
Yeah, I managed to go to every single team's training camp.
Yeah, so totally.
None of them. Got it.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next game, and we got Bengals and Broncos.
This game is only on here since you're a Broncos fan. This game is going to be bad.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, Rec, just real quick, who's winning this game?
I'd go Broncos, but I'm still one of my best bets this week is Bengals +7.5.
Bengals +7.5.
We discussed this on Sunday.
We did.
There's no way.
We did. And here's the thing. So let's just do the tail of the tape here. Broncos 7.5 point favorites at home. The over-under total set now at 43.5. It dropped. So we have, by the way, Did I? This is one of my best bets of the week. So I need to confirm one thing. And if it is, I'm going to get the better of the number.
So while you do that, I've got Bengals plus 7.5 because the Broncos offense is not really good. So and they're not going to score a whole lot of points. So at plus 7.5, it'll be really hard for the Bengals to get like blown out, lose by 2 possessions.
Well,
It's a
and
team
this
that's probably
is,
going to score like 24.
this is a pretty low number to have that big of a spread,
Yeah.
honestly.
so
7.5 on 44.5 is
And he says 43.5 now.
it's 43 and a half now. So so the Broncos minus 370 on the money line to win this game.
Captain
Bengals
Urban has no faith in his team.
Bengals plus 290. Captain Urban Bengals ain't covering. I wish they would. Here's the thing. The Broncos offense has not looked up to speed, and it has had its struggles through the first 3 weeks of the
why
season.
we're saying offense. You can just say the player.
Bo Nix has struggled in the first 3 weeks of the
Everything else in
season.
The offense has been exactly what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And actually, Bo Nix is what I thought it was going to be, but no one else did. So it's fine.
Well, if there's any get right spot, it's in the next couple weeks, especially against the Cincinnati Bengals starting this week, who their defense is absolutely atrocious. And if you can't get right against the Cincinnati Bengals, this is going to be a very big measuring stick game for me to see how Bo Nix can effectively play against a defense that he should have success with. The Denver Broncos defense, I have no doubt, will show up against the Cincinnati Bengals offense that starting a backup quarterback that hasn't looked as sharp, some turnovers over the last week. They can be dynamic, which is why I think, here's the thing. They can still put up some points. They still have the offensive weapons, and I think Browning can still do some things. He's proven that he can have his flashes and move the ball downfield. I think they will, which is why my best bet in this game is the over 43.5. Do I think the Broncos are going to score some points? Yes. Do I also think that Cincinnati will find ways to get down the field, or bad penalties will put the Broncos in a bad position, which they have so far in the first 3 weeks, to put the Cincinnati Bengals in position to score in this game? Sure. I think that's going to still be on the table. So that being said, the fact that this game is 43.5, I'll take the over on that. And I'm pretty confident that with the Broncos offense hopefully getting right, we need them to get right, this should be a nice little overplay here. But I do, against the spread, Cincinnati Bengals, it wouldn't shock me if there was a backdoor cover here. Wouldn't shock me at all. So staying away from the spread.
I mean, the Bengals were an absolute abomination this past week, right? Like, not only did they lose to Minnesota, but they got annihilated.
Yes.
You look at Denver, and there's a contingent in Denver that's like the Broncos could easily be 3-0, and that's not wrong, because the 2 games they lost, obviously you had like a call in the Indy game, and it was a close game with the Chargers this past weekend. But I don't think the Broncos have played appreciably well through 3 weeks. They've given up, on average, I think, roughly like 75 yards per game more than they've gotten over the 3 weeks. That could be wrong, actually. No, sorry, it's 25. 75 overall, but 25 per game in a schedule that's like, I mean, maybe the Colts are better than we thought, obviously. Chargers are a good team. Titans are garbage.
They could be worse than the Saints, actually, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, the Titans could be, so far they're really, really bad. So getting that win, it doesn't mean much. I don't know what to expect in this game, honestly. I don't know what to expect from Cincy. Are they going to lay down because their quarterback's gone like they did last week? Or are they embarrassed by last week and they're going to bounce back and fight hard? I think the Broncos are right now in a position where, like, they're okay, but they're not great, and they actually need help in order to win. They need turnovers, which the Bengals are more than happy to do, which they did
As we saw.
Yeah. So if this turnover battle is even, then I think the Bengals definitely cover the spread. I just don't know if it's going to be even. I could easily see the Broncos winning this turnover battle because the Bengals are very prone to turnovers. And listen, Bo Nix has thrown some picks as well. I don't know. I don't have a great feel in this one. I would lean Bengals plus 7.5 for sure, especially on this low number at 43.5. You now said that feels super low to have the Broncos plus 7.5. Browning, for all that he is, can make a lot of good throws and big plays, and then a lot of terrible plays, which we saw when he filled in the week before against the Jags when he ended up winning that game. So I would lean Bengals plus 7.5, but
I've heard people compare.
I actually don't feel great about this betting on this game at all because I don't know what to expect from either.
I've heard people compare Browning to Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
that's not. I mean, that's not a more boring Jameis Winston because no one's.
Well, not off the field, just on. The field.
No, I know. By the way,
no one can beat Jameis.
Nobody. There's Jameis is a one of one. Looking at the money coming in on this one, by the way, money on or the spread at least, the breakdown. Public 50-50 basically 53-47, split down the middle. The money 86% on the Broncos at minus 7.5. So that
makes me like Cincy more.
That's the money. That's the big. That's
Sounds like I made the right bet.
The big dollars.
Makes me like Cincy more.
But the public is 50-50.
I'm shocked that it's that hard on. Well, the public doesn't matter. It's more the money that matters because that's the they're doing it. And
the money's going to be leaning more towards some of the big time, the bigger bettors out there, the professional bettors as well.
Yeah, I mean the Broncos. What they beat the Titans by in Week 1? 10,
8,
9,
like 8,
9, 8, something like that.
Something like that.
Okay.
By the way, I just saw this. Rudy Johnson died.
Yeah.
Rudy Johnson died.
It happened a day or two ago by suicide.
The Bengals running back?
Bengals running back died at 45.
I did not hear that at all.
Really sad. I literally was looking at some of their player dues, and that was one of the things. I was like, geez. Rip Rudy. I mean, I remember he was a solid back for a while.
It's I mean, you hate to speculate, obviously. I mean, it says it's suicide, but more than that, is it, some head trauma, or is it just, I think sometimes, when you're a great football player, you're in the limelight for so long, and you're like, this is who I am. I'm a football player. And then you have to end your career and you get a little lost on like, all right, who am I now? Which makes sense. I'm not.
And yeah, I mean, obviously.
I mean, that sucks. That's terrible to hear.
Yeah. Super sad.
Nobody wants to hear that.
I have heard that like there is like therapy out there now for football players to be to adjust to normal life. Like, I'm not a football player anymore. What do I do now?
For sure. And is this a combo of that and CTE? It could be a combo of both.
I mean, CT is a big one. That's a big one. Scotty gonna bite on this bet? I don't think so. Bengals has spent like the Dodgers on their roster and are winning like the Rockies. Basically.
I think the Bengals have already realized they've made a big mistake with how they've
structured
used their funds.
Yes.
How they've used their funds is not working.
But all right. So we'll see Monday night. Hopefully my boys
allocated their funds. That's the word I was trying to look for.
And then here we go with the Sunday night football game where we will be live. We will be live for this one on this channel. So make sure you guys are here to watch this game with us. And it will be there's so many storylines here. Obviously, you're seeing the storyline on the screen with Jerry and Mr. Well, as he calls him, Michael Parson. So there is a return here to Dallas, and the Packers coming in. They are 7-point favorites. I think this was bouncing back and forth between 6.5 and 7.
I got it at 6.5.
It's currently sitting at 6.5. So 6.5 is the current spread for the Green Bay Packers as favorites on the road in Dallas. Minus 330 on the money line for Green Bay. Dallas is plus 265. Over under total set at 47.5. And yeah, we'll be covering this one, Scotty. How do you see this revenge game going? You have this as one of your best bets.
I do. And as a Cowboys fan, as my NFC team, I hate to say it, but like the Cowboys defense might be the worst in the NFL right now. I mean, they're so bad. They're so bad. And I know the Packers offense is especially struggled last week and struggled at times, even when they're dominating. But you have a Packers defense and Micah Parsons that's going to have everything to prove. A defense that's going to manhandle an offense that doesn't have their number one playmaker in CeeDee Lamb. George Pickens has had a nice start, but like that's not going to be near enough. Actually, their run game's been pretty good. Javonte Williams has had a nice couple weeks. Definitely this past week played well. But it's not going to be enough against maybe the best defense in the NFL in Green Bay. And motivated team in Green Bay. I think the Packers offense will be able to move the ball against this Dallas defense because the Dallas defense is terrible. And I just don't know that the Cowboys offense, especially without CeeDee Lamb, is going to be able to move the ball against this Packers defense, which is really, really good. Yeah, I like the Packers minus 6.5 to cover this, and I think they win by 2 touchdowns at least.
Yeah, Dallas has the Dallas defense is getting lit up by Russell Wilson, who's benched now, and
450 yards, second most in his career 2 weeks ago, and now he's benched.
And then Caleb Williams in consecutive weeks. Now the Packers defense just allowed 3.7 yards per play and held 3 straight opponents under 250 yards, despite playing 2 pretty decent offenses from last year. Now, here's the thing, though. Like, Dak Prescott didn't look great against Chicago's questionable defense. He threw multiple picks there. Like, this is a much better defense than what he's experienced coming into town. So, I think this could be one of those ugly games real quick. I mean, you have that revenge kind of vibe. Micah Parsons is coming in. You have the Green Bay Packers who are going to be kind of wanting to win that game for him, coming back to play his old team. There's just so many issues. CeeDee Lamb injury on offense, all the issues on defense, the injuries on the secondary for the Dallas Cowboys defense. Like, it's just all keeps piling up and up and up. I mean, I'm thinking is there a world where the over hits in this one and the Packers have probably like 35 of those points? Like, I mean, I don't see them stopping Jordan Love in this one. And then I also think the Cowboys, I'm worried more about the Cowboys. The team total for 20.5, by the way, Dallas team total, that's juicy. Do we think Dallas is going to score more than 20, or score at least 21 points in this game?
No.
So Dallas team total under is a nice, interesting option for you guys. Maybe I'll make that bet before I get off the stream tonight.
They're going to get 8 up. And I hate to say it, but like the Cowboys, and I think it's actually good if they're really bad, but they are pretty damn bad right now.
Yeah.
Pretty damn bad. Pretty
bad.
They should be. I mean, they were very close to being 0-3
Yeah.
overtime win against the Bears at home doesn't exactly scream we're a good football team.
Jerry Jones's photos 15 out of 10. CD. No,
Or
wait.
not Bear. Not I said Bears. Giants. Sorry,
I
Giants.
was about to say, I was thinking about it for a second. It's like,
Giants,
wait,
which is actually worse. Worse.
CD is worth like 4 points. No CD. It's bad. Sad thing. Cowboys look good week 1.
They did look good against the Eagles. I think they came out and played maybe the best they could. They could have won that game, but the last 2 weeks have not looked good
No.
at all.
All right. So there we go. Green Bay Packers Cowboys. We'll cover this one live. And then after this game, we will break down all of the week 4 games that already took place earlier on in the week. So make sure you stay tuned. Hit that follow button so you know when we go live each and every single Wednesday and Sunday. Just like Acid did a little bit ago, hit that follow button. You get those noties. Let's go to the next one. Colts and Rams. This one kind of featuring a couple teams that, one in the NFC feels like some people's dark horse, and then the AFC, some people think are way better and could be one of the better teams in the AFC based off of what Daniel Jones is doing. The spread in this game, this is in LA, where LA Rams are 3.5 point favorites, minus 178 on the money line, and the Colts plus 150. The over-under total set at 49.5 in this one, Scotty. Can Daniel Jones keep the magic rolling for Indy?
Another one of my bets of the week. We're only talking about those apparently. No. I do have the Colts plus 3.5 in this. I think Indy's playing, really, really solid football through 3 weeks. Offensively, defensively. Offensively, complementing themselves. Daniel Jones has had some big games. Jonathan Taylor's been arguably the best running back in the NFL.
He's the engine of this team.
3 weeks. They've played great football. You have a Rams team that's probably pissed off of how they lost the game last week to Philadelphia. And I like the Rams. I was probably going to stay away from this game until I realized the Rams are on a short week after this. They have to play against the 3-0 49ers on Thursday night following this game. And that's what even pushed me more to take the Colts. I kind of leaned Colts. Then I heard the Rams are in a short week against a division rival coming up. It's easy for teams and players to look ahead a little bit at that moment. I know the Colts are 3-0, so you're like, why would they look ahead from that? But do most NFL players see the Colts as a legit threat yet? I don't think so. So I like the Colts. I think the Colts have been playing really complimentary football all across the board. I think they can keep this close and maybe outright win. And then the Rams on a short week moving forward leans me even more on that. So that's why I took the Colts plus 3.5.
Yeah, I think the people that don't believe in the Colts are the people who think that they, took advantage of an easy Dolphins team, an easy Titans team, and they were fortunate.
Why'd you skip the middle one?
And they were fortunate to get past the Broncos, missing a field goal to go up 5. No. I'm saying this is what the people who don't believe in the Colts are saying.
Okay.
Because there are people that still think. I think the Colts are a legit team. I think that they found a way with Daniel Jones to utilize him in a way that goes to his strengths. Jonathan Taylor, I think, is the big reason too why they are having so much success. When you can effectively run the football with a dominant workhorse running back, it's a game changer and it opens everything else up. So that's why I think that people who are sleeping on the Colts and still saying they beat the Dolphins, Titans, and they should have lost to the Broncos, I get where they're coming from, but I still think they've come out on top of these games, and they've been doing it in Dolphins and Titans. Feels dominant. So
they won by 21-25 against those teams.
Yeah.
So yeah, they
So-
may not be great teams, but they took care of business.
So yeah, I think that this is going to be a nice little measuring stick. I think the Rams will be one of the better teams that they've played, obviously, in the first 3 weeks. So we'll see. The Rams offensively, Sean McVay is going to be able to put up some points. So can the Colts stay up with that? That's going to be a challenge. But I still think, yeah, to your point, it's a short week. There's a kind of a look ahead kind of vibe. So I'm staying away from this game. This is split right down the middle, public and money, 55-45, 53-47 on Colts plus 3.5. So, I mean, this is as even split of a game from a betting standpoint you can find on the spread. So it'll be interesting, for sure. Let's see. What are some other ones that seeing if there's any other bets that I had or any other leans in this one. Maybe the over looks fine in this one. I can see both teams scoring. 49.5 is a high number, but it's not worth me playing around with. So I left it alone. But if I had a lean in this one, I could see the Colts putting up, solid output here, controlling this game, and then the Rams can always put up points. So
I'm not gonna lie, I do like the Rams in this one.
perfect for Scotty. Perfect for Scotty.
Music to my ears.
Why? It means you're gonna lose.
Mm. Is that what it means?
Yeah.
Danny
Why do you
Dimes.
like the Rams, Rack?
Yeah, tell us.
Which like going back to like that pissed off thing, like they're pissed off about how they lost. We'll get back on track, and a lot of times when you do have those like horrible endings, you'll see teams like take the aggression out on whoever they play next. The Colts, I do want to see like more out of them. I do want, like y'all actually talking about, I do want to see how they do against a real team, because the combined record of their opponents is 1-8. So like sure they're taking care of the Dolphins and the Titans, but that's like praising the Seahawks for taking care of the Saints. It's not that impressive.
1-5, but a large margin of victory.
Yeah.
You say their combined record, but it's 1-5 against
So yeah, 1-5, yeah.
teams that haven't faced them. To be fair,
Yeah.
Hey, leave the Saints alone. What's up, Beef? How we doing?
The Saints alone.
the Saints are a good football team. There you go.
What was that one line again from the Ottawa Senators GM? We're a team. Sure. Yes, Saints. You definitely are a team.
You are a team.
You exist as a team in the National Football League. There's no argument.
Have y'all actually seen that quote? Have y'all actually seen that clip?
I don't know if I have.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, where essentially a commentator asked the Senators general manager what's there to be excited about, and his response is just, "We're a team."
We're a team. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not.
I'll have to send it to
Exciting.
y'all.
He's not wrong.
Exciting.
Isn't it past our bedtime? It's always past our bedtime.
Yeah,
B.
especially for the 40-year-old over here.
Yeah, especially. I mean, he
I can go to sleep. Do you want me to leave? I can go to bed right now.
Yeah, just like how we're already sleeping on your picks.
Ooh. Throwing shade.
Is Rex picks even good? I don't think so.
Well, yeah, we'll get to his picks at the end, and
At least
we'll
they have a
think
winning
they're pretty-
record.
we'll diagnose him.
Pretty terrible.
Let's get to the next game here. We got San Francisco and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So this one, by the way, guys, we have some early games, I believe, right? Don't we have some early games this week?
Yeah, one super early game.
So, by the way, that was I don't know if we're covering Minnesota, Pittsburgh. Are we? Oh yeah, we are, because it's your boys. Keep in mind for your pick'ems and for your all your contests, make sure you're getting your picks in early, because Sunday is a 7:30 a.m. Mountain Time start, 9:30 Eastern. So just keep your
I just have to
calendars.
wake up in the morning. Damn.
So figure it out, Jags.
Yeah. How are you going to do that, Rex?
Um,
It's going to be about 8 hours.
All right.
Thank you,
go.
Kleps,
Thank you,
for the
Klep.
4 months.
Klep
Appreciate
also
that.
said, I just want to say it's good to be here, man. You guys are fun to be around. Thank you, Klep.
Kleps, we love you too, buddy. Let's go. Niners, baby. V loves the Niners. By the way, we are at 42 subscriptions, 8 more, and maybe we get the ladies in on a stream. Maybe.
Not a maybe.
Well, you guys got to get there first. I'll believe it when I see it.
Let's cross that bridge.
We've never
get
flirted with it. We've gotten to what 40? We got 49, I think, and then
On the Juke stream.
on the Juke stream, and then you guys, fell
Yeah,
off.
you could have given us up.
I was busy.
I
And
would have, but I
How
was
dare you?
out of the
How
country.
dare you, Rex? Rex,
I've-
never once. Never once.
I've gifted a couple subs.
I'd have to look back. I don't.
I've
know
done
if that's
I've done a
true.
whole lot more than you have.
That's not true. That's
When
false.
have you ever given a sub?
I have committed myself to this stream. Okay,
So
This
have I.
bracket right here. That's mine.
San Francisco 3.5 point favorites at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and minus 176 for San Francisco, plus 148 for Jacksonville on the money line, and over under total set at 46.5. This is a San Francisco team that is just they need to heal up. They're a zombie of a team walking through those gates.
They're not going to fully heal up because they got awful news this week with Nick Bosa torn ACL on his other knee. He
Jeez.
tore the ACL of his, I think, left, and now it's right. I can't remember, but it's the different knee. But he's out for a year. You obviously have Purdy and Kittle out. Feels, I mean, we're talking about a 3-0 team right now in the 49ers that feel cursed.
But they're still finding ways to win with
are.
nothing, which is crazy. I mean, is that a testament to how good Kyle Shanahan is? Just getting the most out of his guys, and obviously Robert Saleh is holding down the defense, trying to. He's a good defensive coordinator, but I mean, the coaching staff getting the most out of these guys to. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been exactly like a. They squeak. I mean, listen, they made plays when they need to. Seattle week 1, they got a fumble where Sam Darnold hit the ball against his own offensive lineman and fumbled in the red zone in a 17-13 win for the Niners. Week 2, they only beat the Saints by 5, so that's like a weird game, but they took care of business. And then a 16-15 win against the Cardinals. Like, I'm not sold on this team at all right now. At all. I'm not high on. I actually think the Seahawks win was the best. I think the Seahawks are clearly the best team they've played this year, of the 3, but none are like, really, really thought of as higher up echelon of the league. So now you have the Jags. Weird game last week. Tried to do everything in their power to give it away against. Both the Texans and Jags were like, "No, you take it. No, you take it."
No.
No,
you
that's
take
the
it.
Patriots.
No, this game was like that too. This game was like nobody wanted to win it.
And that's what we call a Canadian standoff.
But I do think the Jags should at least keep this game close. This game feels like a 2017 game to me, very, very much. I don't think the Jags are going to go off on their end of the side of things. The Jags did get a defensive player fired from his team this week with the Texans, and CJ
Gardner.
Johnson
Yep.
got released. Interesting where he falls. My guess would be with the team he's already played with, like the Lions or Eagles, but we'll see. Maybe they don't want him. But anyway, in this game, I took the Jags plus 3.5. I just don't know why the Niners, who have not been convincing, really, even though they're 3-0, they've won by 4, 5, and 1 in games against teams that you could argue aren't even as good as the Jags. I don't know. I just don't. And now you lose Nick Bosa. That defense is going to struggle. I just like the Jags to hang close in this one or win outright. So I like the Jags plus 3.5.
Yeah, injuries killing this team. I think when is Brock Purdy slated to think
He was limited in practice today.
limited, but
Just, he's already. I mean, I already said him and Mac Jones can just be the Spider-Man meme.
Spider-Man meme. There was that weird Mac Jones. Did you hear that laugh in like the post game press conference this past week? He's on par for maybe like people were giving him some crap on that one, but
And I didn't even mention that the Niners are still losing. I mean, they don't have Juwan Jennings or Brandon Ayuk. Like, they don't have the horses right now. They're 3-0, but they're fraud. They're fraud right now.
And also, if Brock can't play, neither can. It's not like Matt's going to be there either.
I mean, they may be a fraud, but they're winning games. It's so weird to see this team. But like, yeah, I think Demarcus Robinson's suspension I think is over as of right now as well. So that's a nice little boost offensively if they can move the ball downfield with him. That would be a big aspect. I don't know. The thing with the Jags is kind of what STG say in the chat. They're just a weird team. Like, I just don't know. We were kind of high on the Jags coming into the season. Now I've kind of cooled off on them a little bit. I mean, I still want them to win the division. And I'm still rooting for them to win the division. But like, the way they've played is so strange. They've had some games where I think they should be in a better position to win these games.
What were you expecting, Chris?
I was expecting Duval. I was expecting it all. And I was expecting just a boost. I was expecting Trevor Lawrence to have a rejuvenated year and back on track. And, it looks like more of the same from Jacksonville from what we've been used to. But I'm staying away from betting this game. I could see San Francisco eking out another close win within like a couple points or something. I could see that happening in this one. So I'm just leaving it alone. This is a weird one. Cuban Benny, is Travis Hunter going to be an impact in fantasy at all, or is he just super cool, but not in that way?
I just don't know if he gets enough snaps.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be a big fantasy contributor based on the fact that he's splitting time on offense and defense. That's really hard to then be startable in like fantasy football. So I'd be surprised if he's a guy that's going to be a key contributor in fantasy.
Yeah. So, all right. So, yeah, I feel like, 49ers are just a team that I just think that they could be a team that wins games that they probably shouldn't. And then all of a sudden, you look up and they're 3-0, 4-0 maybe after this game. We'll see. But I think 3.5 points is too much to give to Jacksonville, though, too. So I'm going to pass the game. Scotty, you have it as your best bet. So there you have it. All right. Vikings and Steelers coming up next in this one. Now, this game, as we mentioned, this is one of those early games. This is 9:30 Eastern start time. This is over the pond. So Pittsburgh Steelers in a neutral site here, plus 2.5 in this one. The Vikings coming off an absolutely atrocious game. Minnesota is minus 146 on the money line. Pittsburgh plus 124. Over-under total set to 40.5. Rec, I will... STG, wake me up in 30 minutes. Hopefully Rec only spends like 5 at most on this one. Rec, what are your thoughts on your boys in the international game this week?
So y'all want to hear me say good things about coaches? I will. Kevin O'Connell, probably a top 5 coach in the league. Brian Flores, one of, if not the greatest defensive minds in all of football. This is definitely a coaching mismatch that favors the Vikings. So if I had to lean, it would definitely be Minnesota. I'm not putting money on either side.
Why would you have one of the worst coaching staffs versus one of the best? Why would you put money on it?
Yeah, it's
You just
definitely
can't bet
leaning
against your
into-
team. You can't
the-
bet
like
against your team or what?
No, the main reason is for whatever reason the NFL told both like the NFL said that both teams need to arrive at the same time, which is like leaving Thursday night and arriving Friday morning. So there's probably going to be plenty of jet lag. So it's probably going to be some of a low scoring game, which I've got a conspiracy theory about that, but either which way, it's stupid. That the teams couldn't leave earlier and actually recover before the game in Ireland. That's the main reason why I'm staying away from this betting wise. So, very least for the Steelers, Joey Porter Jr. and Deshaun Elliott are practicing again, so that's nice to see. They did a whole lot better at stopping the run game last week. Passing game is still a mess. Passing defense specifically is still a mess. And then with how good Brian Flores is at drawing up blitzes against an offensive line that struggled, I don't see Aaron Rodgers being really comfortable in the pocket. It's probably going to be one of those games where Carson Wentz just plays game manager and it's enough to get the win.
Yeah, I have questions about the Steelers' ability to move the ball against a better defense like Minnesota. I'm not as high on the initial Carson Wentz. I feel like he came out strong and he was everyone's all on him. I think that kind of comes back a little bit, but I don't know if it comes back this week with the Steelers defense being as questionable. I mean, we've talked about this defense quite a bit about it's old, it's hurt, it's giving up all of these big plays. Minnesota would be my lean here, -2.5. It's not one of my official best bets, but if I did, I might be leaning towards Minnesota in this one in a neutral site game, but I just don't feel great about it. Again, I think Carson Wentz, I'm not buying stock on Carson Wentz anytime soon. There's a reason why he hasn't been in the league, but Kevin O'Connell can fix a lot of, different quarterbacks that maybe shouldn't be good.
I just don't know how much he's able to fix it. I know they had a great game last week, but it also helped that the Bengals were handing them the ball left and right.
Correct.
On offense, typically when you see a team blow out like they did the week before in the Vikings, you want to fade them the following week. Just the team in general doing that, based off public persona being like, oh, they're actually really good. I don't know if Carson Wentz cools that a little bit. I do think the Vikings are likely the better team here. I think the Steelers this might be the worst version of the Steelers we've seen in a while. The defense, like you talked about, hasn't held up like we thought they would. A lot of name players, but getting older and just not holding up. And the offenses play good against the Jets, but beyond that has been not good at all. Also old. I mean, the Steelers should want to lose this game, Rec. Quite frankly, and just lose a lot of games and get a draft pick and rebuild, because right now I don't know what the vision is for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The vision is very simple. The Steelers went all in to win a playoff game.
But that's not going to happen. So then what?
Yeah, it's not going to happen, but that's what they're attempting to do. They have a vision. It's just a very flawed vision.
Okay. Well, and then when let's say that doesn't happen, then what?
The Steelers have been loading up on draft capital, so trade a shitload of draft capital to move up in the draft to select a guy.
Okay.
And there's also been all kinds of rumors about trading Alex Highsmith away either at the deadline or at the end of the season, get a second and third round pick for him. That could be used to help move up as well.
Yeah.
Because as of now, including the projected comp picks from losing free agents, Steelers have 12 picks for 2026.
Yeah. It's good. But as far as this game goes, I don't have it on either side because, you never know when you go abroad, 1, and 2. This Vikings team obviously blew out the Bengals last week, but, for 3/4 of their opening week game against the Bears, they looked like the lesser team, and then they turned it on and got a win there, and then won in week 2. But like, there's been a lot of quarters where the Vikings look like a bad team. There's been a lot of quarters where the Steelers look like a bad team. So I'm just
Can't confirm.
I want to stay away from this game in general.
Yeah, that's the smart move. Not to bet this game.
I mean, it's a smart move for me because I still have my Steelers chip that I haven't cashed in yet. That I'm still
This isn't the week for it.
This isn't the week to relapse.
No.
This isn't the week.
If like one of these teams were to arrive in Ireland before the other, I would lean that team in particular.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it's like super the NFL is saying that they have to both leave at Thursday night and arrive Friday morning.
The NFL has never mandated teams prior to this that I am aware of.
Yeah. My conspiracy theory about this is that the Steelers didn't want to leave until late because they're too cheap. So like the NFL mandated that the Vikings leave at the same time, so they don't basically have a free win.
Are we sure that the owners didn't mutually agree to be cheap and be like, let's go this day, and then blame it on, and the NFL's like, we'll just blame it on ourselves?
Maybe, I don't know. All I know is Irving II is one of the cheapest owners in football, but he gets a pass because of his last name, even though he hasn't actually done shit.
Yeah. I gotta decide with my son's fantasy team, which is the only one I pay attention to, is whether we start Jordan Mason this week.
I would not, just because the Steelers did make some changes to the run defense last week, and it paid off.
He would be the flex, but yeah.
Yeah, so
The running, I mean, we already got Bijan and James Cook. Those are our starters, but
okay, yeah. Bijan and James Cook, how many people are in that league? Like 4, 6?
10.
Holy crap!
Yeah, we got Brock Bowers. We got Malik Neighbors.
He crushed. They crushed.
We're 3-0. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Dominating
yeah.
other 8-year-old kids. It's not a big deal.
But last week against the Patriots, their running backs combined had like 17 carries for 75 yards or something like that, and 3 fumbles. But that's just because Gibson and Ramondre have never understood ball security.
Let's move on to the next one, though. Eagles and Bucks is the next game on the slate. Eagles
Finally,
on
a crisp pick of the week.
finally a crisp pick of the week. Bucks
And Derek.
plus 3.5. Tampa Bay are 3.5 point underdogs at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. Plus 160 on the money line for Tampa Bay. Minus 190 for the Eagles. Over under set at 44.5. And this game is one of my best bets of the week. 3.5 is a good number for me to feel good about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one. I know there's some injuries, especially offensively. They lost Evans again. He always kind of goes down at some point in the season for a couple games. This season is no different. And so there's just a weird kind of vibe with this one where it feels like Tampa Bay has Philadelphia's number. Now, in this, the Eagles have lost 4 of their last 5 games to the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. So Tampa Bay's just, I don't know if it's the humidity. I don't know if it's like the heat and the weather down there is unkind to Jalen Hurts and how they want to run things. But either way, you take that away. Philadelphia this season hasn't looked quite as good as maybe we would have expected them coming in. They've been outgained in every game this season while committing just 1 turnover. They still haven't really been able to get things offensively where they want to get them. Tampa Bay's defense ranks 5th in opponents' yards per carry and is 1st in opponent rush EPA. The Eagles rely heavily on running the ball. They're 1st in the NFL in 54% of their plays being run plays, but this elite defense here for Tampa Bay is going to be a little bit tougher for them to run on. I just think that there's, over the last couple years, this Tampa Bay team has beat this Eagles team, even, going back, 4 of the last 5 games. They're not scared of Philadelphia. I don't think that...
was the last... Unless they played last year, they played, obviously, in the playoffs 2 years ago, and the Bucks absolutely annihilated them. But
correct. Yeah.
That's the
So
last game I remember, unless they played last year.
So going back, the last games, Buccaneers 33-16, Buccaneers 32-9. Eagles beat them on September 25th, and going back 2023, 25-11. Buccaneers 31-15 at home. And then October 14th, going back to 2021, Buccaneers 28-22. Now, I know those Eagles teams are a little bit different.
I'm actually surprised these teams I guess you played division winners, but they've played a lot.
They've played a
Not being
lot.
Division opponents.
Even going back, September 16th, 2018, Buccaneers win 27-21. Before that,
18's irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean,
21
still.
on is somewhat relevant.
But still, seems like Tampa Bay is in a place where they just don't fear this team, this Eagles team. So, Eagles team, by the way, negative 0.9 yards per play differential this season. So yeah, something's wrong with this Eagles team, and I think that this Bucs team just matches up well with what the Eagles are going to try to do. So I'm going to take this Bucs plus 3.5 in this game as my best bet of the week, and I feel really good about it.
Yeah, I think you're on the. If I took a side, it would definitely be Tampa. We talked about on Sunday, Eagles are winning, kind of in like Chiefs fashion from last year, where they just find a way, and the refs like the Chiefs were, maybe, or the Chiefs weren't, but the Eagles actually are. Now, listen, the Tampa Bay's 3-0, and they won by 3, 1, and 2. They have a +5 or +6 point differential, and they're 3-0.
They could be 0-3 with a couple bounces going.
Squeaking.
Yeah.
Correct. Both these teams could easily. They're both 3-0, and they could be like 1-2 very easily. Now, saying that, I think you're right. I think the Bucs. Listen, obviously not having Mike Evans and Godwin's still out. He's got at least. Well, he's out for the first 4 weeks and maybe more. Before he returns from his devastating injury from last year. But they'll eventually get those guys back, and Igbuka is an absolute monster.
Yep.
That dude's insane. So even when those guys come back, I'm not sure that Igbuka is not their wide receiver one. Like, he's that good. And when you put those three together, like, look out for the Bucs. That's from 1 to 3. That's the best wide receiver core in the league.
It's so good, so good.
But both these teams have kind of similar fashion, 3-0, squeaked out some wins, got some wins when maybe they didn't deserve it. But they know how to win games. Certainly the Eagles do, and the Bucs have made the playoffs the last couple of years with Baker, so they know how to win games too. So I agree. I'd take the 3.5 at home with Tampa. In a total that's not very high at 44.5 as well. But I didn't make it a bet, but like I do think the Bucs are the right side here.
They definitely are. Yeah, like I know it burned all three of us last week, but let's just go right back to the well. It's not going to burn us twice.
Okay.
How do you have a team that's up 26-7 and you have them plus 3.5 and you lose that bet?
And even then, the only reason they lost that bet was because of a touchdown that was very much unnecessary.
Just fall over, you fat fuck.
Just fall. Like, what are we doing?
All of a sudden, Jordan Davis learned how to run.
We knew it was going to be
18 miles an hour, full sprint.
Such a bad beat. Yeah.
By the way, I gotta watch my language on this because now my son gets on YouTube in the mornings and watches our stream.
Oh, does he?
Nice.
Oh, I gotta watch my language too. Then I suppose I should probably.
I know. I'm like, maybe you should watch something else. And he watches it for about like 20 minutes and then goes to something else, which is fine.
Yeah. Hey, he's a fan of the show.
Brain.
You know, hey, dude, get him to get his friends to watch too.
My daughter was hilarious the other morning. She like came down and my son has it on her like giant TV in the morning, and she's like, Dad, that's you on TV. And I'm like, right? Right? She's like, people watch you? And I'm like, some.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Believe it or not, we
Some people just come to make fun of you, but
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to tell my daughter that.
Yep, that is us. We're big shots now, at least in our families. So there you go. That's amazing. I didn't know that story. That's so funny.
Yeah, he started to watch it a little bit. He found he got. I'm now logged in, so then he gets connected to it, and he sees it. He's like, "Dad, I'm gonna watch this." I'm like,
it's like, how did you go?
Piglet, how old is my son? He's about to be 9. So the language I should probably chill on.
We should.
I realized like 1 minute ago I said a bad word, but you know.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind for myself too. We got to keep it family friendly, especially if all the kids in his grade are going to be starting to watch us moving forward. So that's the thing. All right, let's get to the next one here. The ATL Lab is in the house with this next game. We have a Washington Commanders game. Washington Commanders team going down to Atlanta, the Dirty. And Atlanta, 1.5 point underdogs as it sits right now. The Atlanta Falcons -102 on the money line. Washington -116. Over under set at 45.5. Scotty. Yeah, Atlanta kind of laid an egg last week. Can they bounce back against Washington, who, they still have a couple things that they need to work on here and there?
Yeah, and obviously you have a question whether Jaden Daniels is going to play. He says he's ready, but it's up to the doctors. We'll see what that means for him. But they scored. Commanders played great with Mariota last week. So,
Mariota looked good.
And then you have a Falcons team that maybe had the most embarrassing performance of any team all season last week at Carolina, getting shut out. Now they're only 1.5 point dogs against Commanders. I think the Falcons are the right side here.
Agreed.
It's just based off of I know we're ATL Lab, but I mean, Atlanta the other 2 weeks played good football. I don't know what happened last week. I can't explain it. I like the offense of the Falcons. Maybe I said that on Sunday, but my son is shady in his fantasy league somewhat because he got offered a trade of Mike Evans for Drake London.
Like during the game.
No, it was before the game.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I was like, that's I could I lean towards Drake London, but I don't know. And then Mike Evans got hurt, and he was like, I'm accepting it. So now he has Drake London on his team.
Just
a little shady, but not his fault. He just played by the rules. People could veto it, but it's 8-year-olds, so they're not going to do that. Anyway, I do think the Falcons have a bounce back game here, regardless of who's at QB with the Commanders, and probably I have no reason to think this, but I don't know, Chris. Maybe you have the stats on the betting on this game percentage wise.
Yeah, so
I have to think it's on Commanders quite a bit based off of Atlanta's performance last week.
The public is 68% on Washington, but the money is 64% on Atlanta. Hey,
interesting. So that's a lot of sharps. Thank you.
A lot of sharps on Atlanta. A lot of the public is on Washington, is what that's saying. Welcome in, Mia San Elise. How we doing? Who's your team and where are you from? Like to get to know you a little bit. Let's go. Go Commander, says Medusa in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I know we're ATL Lab, but I don't have a rooting interest in this one. I think sharps in general, just the public overreacts to 1 week where sharps are like, well, then maybe I bounce on that team that had an awful week last week, which the Atlanta did.
Yeah, sure.
So this game I think it'll be entertaining to watch. Should be a close game. Could go either way, but I lean Atlanta here.
I will say though, if you look at the money line, the money line bets for Commanders, 74% on the Commanders, 95% of the money on Commanders. So public and it's all on Washington.
1.5?
This is just the money line straight up, minus
No, I know.
119. But
No, I know,
basically,
but,
that's
like,
what it is.
Money line is not that different than 1.5.
Yeah, exactly. So Atlanta feels like the side here. I mean, if I was leaning one way after what they went through last week with Carolina, to your point, embarrassing loss. There's coming home, get right spot, Atlanta plus 1.5. This team, they should be in a better spot this week to correct some of the things. I mean, nothing wakes up a team like being embarrassed. So Atlanta's feeling good on this one. Rec, anything else on this one?
I mean, do you think Jaden Daniels going to be healthy? How ready is he going to be?
He says he could play, and I believe that he could play. But do they decide to let him play or give him one more week to get fully healthy?
I mean,
Mariota did have a great game last week.
Mariota played well enough for them to feel comfortable letting Daniels.
They put up 40 plus points.
Yeah,
right?
They 41.
They should be in a spot where they should let Mariota play. I would assume Mariota's playing again, and I think that that's baked into this line already. So
I
He explains why it's just 1.5.
correct. I think if Jaden is playing in this game, I think this is a little bit larger of a spread, and I would still feel like Atlanta's still the right side. But that would just be me. So yeah, there you have it. All right, well, let's take a look at our best bets here. Let's go through these. I think we covered all of yours, Scotty, on this one. So Green Bay minus 6.5. You think that's a 2-score game. So you love Green Bay in Sunday Night Football, which you can watch live here on the Action Lab this Sunday with us, along with the second half of that game and all the recaps of all the games earlier on in the day and week. You got KC plus 3, Indy plus 3.5, and Jacksonville plus 3.5. I will say this is a weird week in the sense that I kind of lean a lot of favorites in some other games that we didn't even cover or not looking at. There's a couple that might surprise you too, but let's go ahead and look at mine. I already covered Tampa Bay plus 3.5 and Cincinnati, Denver over 43.5. The couple that I didn't get to are on the board. Houston and Tennessee under 39.5. This is just basically going off of a couple teams that have strengths and weaknesses in areas that promote the under total. Even though this is kind of a lower under total,
it's a very low number.
It's a very low number. And Houston's defense has been playing very well. It's their offense that's been struggling. Whereas the Titans defense looks great in week 1 before struggling in 2 games that looked like it was, pretty good offenses. But again, I don't believe that this Houston offense has figured it out. CJ Stroud hasn't looked himself. This offense hasn't looked like it's been itself. And so I just think this is going to be a game and a divisional game where it's going to be an ugly, low-scoring one. I still think that this under is small, but I still lean the fact that these two teams are going to struggle. I don't trust Tennessee's offense whatsoever. They could be the worst team in the NFL, even worse than the New Orleans Saints, especially turning over the only worry I have is turnovers in this game. Defensive. That's the one thing that I'm going up against in this one that could be an issue for me.
Setting yourself up.
Yeah.
In great field position.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that would be the fear.
Turn the ball over a lot.
So I'm just hoping that it's there's just not a lot of capitalization off of those, and there's just a bunch of field goals all game. But I like the under generally between these two teams anyway. And then the only other game that I chose is Lions minus 8.5. It was 8.5. Now it's 9.5. It went up. So a lot of the numbers shifting quite a bit. So I just think that this game, and by the way, the opponent for this one, it's Lions and the Browns. the Browns obviously covering against the Green Bay Packers last week.
They did more than cover.
And winning outright. So that was kind of a surprise. But you know what's weird is the Ravens were favored by 11.5 at home against the Browns. 2 weeks later, the Lions team is only 8.5. It was 8.5. Now it went to 9.5, so it's trending that direction. But against at home against the same opponent, I feel like the Lions have woken up offensively. I know this defense with the Cleveland Browns is solid, but I just don't know if Cleveland's offense is going to be able to keep up with this Detroit team. Detroit, we always know the road home splits for Detroit are drastic. At home in that fast turf, the Lions are a very good team at home. We know this. They go on the road in outdoor environments, and they just don't have that same juice. Same thing with Goff in those kind of situations.
Well, to be fair, they had the juice on Monday night against
they did.
The Ravens on the road. But yes,
they did. But generally they play better at home than they do on the road. So
that's how football usually works.
I think they're even more of a split than most teams, especially in the regular season.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So I got it at 8.5. It's up to 9.5, which makes me feel like I got a little bit of value on this number. So yeah, Detroit minus 8.5. Best bet of the week.
I like that, actually.
So
I don't know why I said actually. I just like it. I like it.
I'm not gonna lie.
God, Chris actually made a good bet.
Yeah, baby, cash it, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I'm feeling great about our bets this week. Across the board. You convinced me. I mean, I was kind of on the fence with Green Bay, but I'm gonna be hammering that one. And yeah, I think there's some really solid picks here. I mean, I would say if we wanted to put any of these as super bets, I would say Green Bay, Tampa Bay, and Detroit could be ones that we all kind of gravitated to that we feel really good about. If we want to make them super picks, we can. Rec, what were your best bets of the week?
I also had Tampa.
Okay.
Just looking through again real quick. I do have the Chiefs. I have the Bengals. And then for my last one, I might actually need therapy.
What's your last one?
Your own team?
Not my own team, and nothing to do with them. At plus 7.5 on the road. Actually, not plus 6.5. Dropped there, but plus 7.5. I am taking the Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans
against the Houston Texans.
Plus 7.5. Tennessee Titans on the road against Houston. This is the same exact argument that I had with my under total, which.
Yeah.
By the way, the under dropped to 38.5. I got it at 39. But you have to dodge pick sixes and fumbles for touchdowns if you want to, because I think Houston's defense is probably the best unit of all the units on the field in that game.
Yeah, especially like DeMeco has been the best coach, but he's still worlds better than Brian Callahan. Why is that? I mean, the only reason that dude's not fired is because he signed a 5-year contract and he's only in year 2.
God,
not even a quarter the way through.
The bet was he looks at coaches when he bets.
It's all about the coaches.
No, because they picked the Titans, even though they have the worst coach.
Oh, you did pick the Titans.
That's what I'm saying. I need therapy. This is actually the third time in 4 weeks I picked Tennessee. 1-1 so far.
All right, we'll see. We will.
Yeah, I might need to go to the same rehab center that Chris went to.
You might, yeah. You be careful, man. You could go down a dark path, a dark road. I did it with the Steelers a couple years back, and I'm not going back. I got my chip. I'm not betting the Steelers ever again.
Ever. I'll let you know when it's smart to bet them.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
you could be. You're my betting drug dealer for the Pittsburgh Steelers. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, so far it has been smart to bet
you haven't come around. You haven't come around the block recently. Where you been? How about you? I got some new product. You should probably try out. Yeah. See, I know.
I'm really getting half someone else's supply.
I know what you're doing, Rec. You're enabling me. You're enabling me.
I'm not enabling you. I'm letting you know when it's when it's not. So far, the first 3 weeks, I agree. It hasn't been smart. I'll let you know when it's time to put your house on Pittsburgh.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair
And
enough.
actually, I'll go to you right now. It's probably going to be week 6. Week 6 is the time to put your house on Pittsburgh.
What? Who do they play week 6?
They come off a bye week hosting the Browns.
Mm.
What's the? How far do we do look
That would
aheads?
not be my state.
That wouldn't be.
Division game. I don't.
Yeah,
division
I know what
games
you're
don't
saying, but
scare
like
me.
I can't even tell you the last time the Browns beat the Steelers at home in a regular season game. You probably have to go back to like 2005 or something.
They're due.
I mean, we are only 2 weeks out on the look aheads.
Flacco kind of just ball out.
Yeah, we're only
And
two.
the Browns should be 2-1 right now.
Yeah.
Well,
This year-
they should be 1-2 because they had no business beating the Packers, even with how that game went down.
But yeah, it's funny. Like the
But
Steelers,
they definitely should have won week 1 against the Bengals.
I agree. But yeah, it's just like there's no free wins except when the Browns go to Acrisure. Then it's a free win for Pittsburgh.
Another one, Buffalo Bills. We didn't cover this game obviously because it's
Because they're playing the same.
they're playing the Saints, but the spread on that one's 15.5, and I find it crazy to think that
Was 16.5.
if I had a lean, I would lean Buffalo minus 15.5. I would totally. I mean,
never
ugh.
anything over 2 touchdowns. You should bet the underdog or nothing. That's my rule.
Yeah, it's
If anyone's favored by more than 2 touchdowns, right or wrong, whatever you feel, you either take the underdog or you don't bet it. You can't in the NFL. You cannot bet a team that's favored by 15.5 and win. Like if you did that historically throughout, you would lose so much.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it
doesn't mean that Buffalo can't easily cover that. They could, and this would be a winner. But like
Yeah, and
historically, at that number, the underdog's definitely the right side.
I mean,
yeah, I'd assume the money's on the Saints just because it went from 16.5 to 15.5.
yeah, there was probably some money coming in. I think
But that number doesn't. If 16.5 or 15.5 is like usually a team does not win by 16 very often. Let's just put it.
But like Green Bay is a favorite 6.5. I like them. There's what was the other one here? I mean,
Minnesota at 2.5.
Minnesota
That's-
2.5. Detroit Lion at minus 8.5.
Chargers against Jackson Dart in New York.
Oh, that was another interesting one that I was looking at too.
I
Yeah,
had
Dart's
that as one of my. I had that as a survivor pick. I don't like going against a first-time starter. A lot of times you should, but like it's more unknown. We know Russell Wilson is bad. We don't know for sure if Jackson Dart is. It's his first start. He'll probably play poorly, but what if he doesn't? Like what?
Yeah,
I
stayed
don't like
away.
the unknown. I don't like the unknown there.
Yeah, I'm with you. I stayed away from that game just because of Jackson Dart.
If it was
Yeah.
Russ,
If it was Russ,
I would be
I had
all
it.
over.
I had it as a survivor pick, and then they changed to Jackson Dart. I'm like, I gotta move.
Yeah, I
And
got Lions as my survivor this week.
By the
I
way,
have 2 different picks, but yeah.
Survivor, there's a lot of
Did we
different.
lose anybody?
No, we did not.
We've lost a couple people.
did we?
Yeah, we had 2 people pick the Packers last week against
That would be
Cleveland.
the only
Oh,
game, yeah.
Yeah. So we still
And then-
have 10 people, I believe, right?
Yeah, I'm going to eliminate real quick to check. Let's look at the groups. If you would like to load, that would be nice.
So guys, keep make your picks this week. Make sure you got all of those in early. Get them in. Make sure you set them and forget them. So if you do forget, at least you have something in. I tried to change the settings on the super contest. We're locked in. I can't figure it out. So get your picks in before.
We have 10 people.
We lost.
We have 10 people in, and out of people that actually picked and lost,
It was Cuban
4
and
of them got eliminated.
Oh, the week before we did have 2 others. Clapton,
Yeah, we had
JRQ, and then Cuban and Tickle.
Tickle. And then before that, it was, I think, Piglet. So you had five
Oh,
people.
in week 1.
Yeah, pick the Lions.
Mm.
Interesting.
But yeah, which it's funny. Like me and Milwaukee's have had the exact same picks for the first 3 weeks.
Right now, I have Buffalo, so
Yeah, I
It's
had Buffalo
pretty-
last week, so I can't use them this week.
pretty safe in this one. In my bigger one, I actually have a bolder bet, but I can't remember who it was. Who do I have?
Yeah, and yeah. So far, I've used the Eagles, Ravens, and Bills for my survivor pool. It's like last year, everyone was eliminated by week 3, so it's like I'm just taking the obvious ones. I'm not trying to save anything for later.
Oh no, I still have the. I thought I moved off the Chargers, but I have the Chargers. I gotta change that. I can't do that.
I'm looking.
Yeah, I'm going Detroit this week. So if you want to see how wrong I am, you could go for the Browns.
I do like Detroit, but Detroit's gonna win other games. They're gonna. Yee.
Look, there's 10 of us, and football is weird sometimes. Sometimes you just have to go with the obvious and not think twice about it.
So yeah, so I think popular picks, or at least some of the picks that I'm looking at. So sometimes they have these different sites that throw out like, whoa, the rankings of the best picks, and just kind of like put together all of the different options based off of who they play now and who they play down the road. Buffalo Bills obviously are a top pick for a lot of people. Houston Texans versus the Titans. New England Patriots versus the Panthers. Miami Dolphins versus the Jets. Broncos, if you haven't used them already, versus the Bengals is a popular one this week. So those are some of the ones that seem to be trending when it comes to survivor picks. If you still are needing to make some picks there. I think I used Buffalo maybe already. I got, who did I use?
I'm
Let's see.
thrilled that I can't pick the Broncos again. Took
Let's
them
see,
week
Chris.
1, knocked them out.
You have not used the Bills yet.
Oh, I have not used the Bills. Okay, all right.
You've used the Broncos, the Cardinals, and the Chargers.
Okay, actually does that.
I'm sorry, the Chiefs, not the Chargers. You used
Oh,
I
Chiefs.
was gonna say the
Broncos,
Chargers.
Cardinals,
He
and
picked
Chiefs.
against his Broncos.
I mean, that would have been the smart pick.
It would have kept me alive. So
Which I
okay.
used the Chiefs.
Yeah. So Buffalo is on tap maybe for me. I don't know. I don't. Sometimes you try to go fancy with your picks. That's where these like using the Houston Texans, using the Patriots can get you into some trouble. And I'm like, maybe I just play it safe. Maybe I just
Early on in the season, I like to play it safe just because like you don't know teams fully yet. Like, and maybe that gets rid of really good teams, but like at least you're in it longer. You don't embarrass yourself. You know?
you're not out like week 3 like last year where
Yeah, that'd be
everyone got
super embarrassing, right, Cuban? To be out in, like week 3.
Diacola said she's going Green
and
Bay.
honestly, the Packers versus the Browns, pretty safe pick last week. Sorry, Cuban. That was not a bad pick. It just, shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, Medusa. Yeah. I'm going, Green Bay is a popular pick. Green Bay, I mean, that seems like it's a safe one as well. But like Green Bay is going to win some games too. So, yeah. Do with that what you will, though, guys. If you want to gamble, you can. There's nothing saying you can't. So, that being said, I think that's going to take us to the end of the show. So, guys, if you guys have any questions when it comes to Pick'em, when it comes to your fantasy league, we have our Discord server. Throw the Discord in the chat there, Rec. Join us on the Discord server. We are always posting breaking news, any updates. Oh, of course it
The
doesn't.
bot's dead.
It's dead. Let me get the bot going. Any kind of
Of course,
breaking
Chris.
news or any kind of anything going, make sure you guys join us on the Discord server once I get the link up and running here.
Proceed your funny meme that you showed earlier on Discord today about Russ and
Yes.
Donkey and Shrek. My only issue is I think Russ will actually enjoy.
He's going to enjoy Jameis. Yes.
I think they're gonna have fun together on the sideline.
All right. I think we should have the Discord set. Go ahead, give it a try, Rick.
All right, and also you have a thing to pronounce.
Uh,
How it works.
Yvonne or Ivan. Knowing the last name is Herrera, I'm going Ivan Herrera. Is that too easy?
I would have gone Yvonne, to be honest.
Scotty's right.
Yvonne.
Yeah. If it's Herrera, why wouldn't you go Yvonne over Ivan? If it was like Clark, you'd go Ivan.
Because Yvonne doesn't seem
Yes.
like a Mexican name. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Herrera's Mexican. So I would assume you don't pronounce.
Yvonne doesn't?
Maybe.
Ivan is like as American as it
Yeah,
gets.
maybe you're
It's
right.
not American. That's Russian.
Well, whatever. Well, sure, but like,
It's still white. Ivan
yeah,
is white.
it's very white. Where Herrera is Yvonne, like Yvonne Rodriguez. Chris, I don't know if you remember. him.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I should have.
Fudge.
Yeah, you're right. I choked on that one. That's on me.
Try to throw you a softball.
That's on me. I just I overthought it. I galaxy brained it and didn't work out
He
well.
swung and missed, just like every hitter on the Rockies and the Mets.
Cuban, are we doing fantasy basketball again this season? I don't remember who won last season, but that handsome bastard's ready to repeat. I didn't even know. I followed that for like 2 weeks, and I was like,
Yeah, that was me with fantasy hockey a few years ago.
Yeah,
I can't do this.
It's
but apparently Cuban won. So
Cuban.
congrats, you handsome bastard. You.
yeah. There you go.
My man.
There it is, Cuban. We all got to get together again, Cuban. I'll bring Scotty out this time, and we'll all have a good time. You know,
I'd love that.
Cuban,
Let's hang out.
Medusa. We'll get all you guys out. We'll hit up a spot here locally. It was a lot of fun last time, so we'll make it happen. But here you go, rolling out the red carpet. Mia and Acid, thank you for the follows. Klep, thank you for the sub, and appreciate Rec as always. We never say thank you to
Yay.
Rec, but I guess we'll give him a thank you tonight.
Thanks.
I'll let you do that.
I'll let you do that. So
Gotta
while
keep the chat clean.
yeah, you gotta make sure we don't have bots and
Specifically Russian bots.
Russian
named
bots named Ivan. Yeah, exactly. So guys, while I look for a
Still
raid
can't believe
option,
you went with Ivan Herrera over Yvonne. I don't even know what to say to that.
I choked. You know, it happens.
It was funny. Like, there's a couple times with Chris. It's like, one of these days you're gonna give me a stupid, like, easy, like, straight up name.
And I'm gonna galaxy brain overthink it, and this is what's gonna happen.
Chris, are you or anyone in this like familiar with Bob Does Sports? He's mostly a golf guy.
No.
All right, but they do a podcast, and by the way, he's hilarious with two other guys, and they do questions. These two guys come up with questions because he's shockingly dumb. And they're like questions that most people would get, but he has no idea. Maybe we would do that with Chris. I'm not saying you're dumb, Chris. I'm just saying
Wait,
it could be
what?
entertaining.
Where
if
are we
you get 'em
going with
wrong.
this?
Can you get them wrong?
Where are we going?
Yeah.
It's like, where are we going with this?
Bob Does Sports. It was like, recently they were like, name 5 Asian countries. He couldn't get there. He got to 4.
Name 5
But he couldn't
Asian.
get to 5.
I mean,
Can you do it, Chris? Can you name 5 Asian countries?
yeah,
Okay, go
China,
ahead.
Japan,
Yeah, those are the 2 obvious. Well, should be 4 obvious, but
North Korea, South Korea.
see, that makes it easy. If you do, he didn't even include Korea's, which was wild.
Yeah, and you got one more.
And then you can go Taiwan.
He did do Taiwan. He did Philippines. But what about like India and Russia?
Like-
Chris, like
Well, you mean oh.
Yeah, countries in the continent of Asia.
Oh, in the continent.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
what?
I
I
thought you were.
Now you're already confused.
Now, I was going the race things, like Asian countries, like Asian as in Asian cultures.
No, it's Asian countries, Chris. It's
So,
any country that is in
Oh.
Asia.
I was making it harder on myself. I was trying to go complex with some of those.
No, well, if I took out Korea, I don't know if you would have got there.
Oh,
You got two.
if you would have
Koreas
said
with North and South
Asia
Korea.
in general, then then
I
you're
said Asian countries.
then you're
Chris.
talking
I said
about
any countries
India,
that are in Asia.
India, Tibet. I mean, you could
I
go.
could probably name like 25 Asian countries. I could probably name all Asian countries.
Azerbaijan. I mean,
That's a good pull actually.
yeah. See, Afghan. It's when you get to the West Asian side of things, where you're trying to bleed into Eastern Europe versus Western Asia, that you get into some tricky spots.
I think you have that backwards.
Eastern
Western Asia, Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe and West Asia. So like
Yes,
what,
they-
You have it back. You have it backwards. Oh no, West Asia. And Eastern
no,
Europe.
West
No, you're right.
Asia,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Eastern
yeah,
Europe.
you're good.
Eastern Europe
Yeah,
is
you're good.
And now, welcome
Now
to
you
another
got me
episode of Two
confused,
Idiots
Rex.
Fight Over Geography.
No, he's right. He's right. Wreck the genius was wrong.
yeah.
He-
Rec
he
thinking
he originally said like East Asia and West Europe.
no, I didn't.
I don't know.
Chat.
I don't know.
Go back and find the clip. You'll know. I know my West Asia.
Better Asian center Yao Ming or Joker.
I mean,
I don't think Serbia is in Asia.
I don't.
the most
either.
popular, I would say Yao. Better is
Well, one of them's not Asian, so that's a whole thing.
well. Are we talking about Asian the Asian Asia or
Serbia-
Asian
Serbia is not in Asia.
Serbia is in Europe.
Yeah.
Eastern? It's East. That's what I was talking about. Eastern, because it was you got like Serbia and
Yeah.
Slovenia and all of those Eastern
I'm
Europe,
sorry. What did you say?
Slovenia?
Slovenia?
Hey, that's a
Slovenia,
real country in Eastern Europe.
No, it's Slovenia.
Slovenia.
It's not like Dracula's
It's
hometown,
Slovenia.
home country.
Also,
It's not-
pop quiz hotshot. What continent is the Middle East in?
Who's this for, Chris?
What continent is
Yeah.
the Middle East? That's
Yes.
Europe.
Oh,
Scotty?
gosh. It's Asia.
It's Asia.
It's Asia, Chris.
The Middle East.
Yeah, Middle East is Asia.
If you're talking about Israel and Palestine and all those Middle Eastern countries, those aren't
Yes.
Europe.
Correct.
No.
Those are very much Asian, like
No.
Turkey and Iraq and Iran,
See,
Saudi
I think we
Arabia.
could do a segment, Stump Chris, and we could do it pretty easily.
I don't think so. You can't get me. You can't stump me.
We just stumped you.
You just were asked the Middle East, what continent is it? And you said the wrong answer.
That's like something you see on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
No.
That's what we ought to do. We ought to do Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grade for Chris and Scott.
Well, he would get all the
You-
science
you
ones
thought-
wrong.
You thought Israel was in Europe?
Is it? Doesn't that bleed
No.
in? Doesn't that
No.
bleed in?
Israel is a whole lot closer to Africa than it is to Europe.
The Africa would have been a better answer. Actually.
No, Africa would have been a terrible answer.
No, that would have been better than Europe. That would have been better than Europe.
I mean, if it wasn't a correct answer, it would have
And
been a
you
bad
can't
answer.
you can't give me a science question because science is fake.
So, I would master all the science ones
I would
in
just
that
be
category.
like, I'm wrong now, but in 10 years I'll be right.
Let's
It's like a
see.
U.S. state capital fight between Chris and Scott.
Ooh, I am good at capitals of the U.S.
Yeah.
Internationally, I used to know, but I don't know anymore. But U.S. capitals, I know very well. It just
Quick,
stuck
what's the
with me.
capital of Montana?
Billings.
Helena.
Scotty
actually.
got it.
No.
Yeah, it's actually Helena.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really good with geography. Those were my strong suits.
Even SG, it's Helena. God damn it! I didn't. I said Helena before. When you said Billings for a second, I'm like, you said it so confidently. I'm like, is that right?
You always got to lead with
And I was like-
confidence. You always got to lead with confidence. All right, we're gonna send you over
Chris, what's the capital of New York?
Albany.
There you go.
We're gonna send you guys over to Music is Code. Music is Code. They're playing some keyboards, some totally chill music. He's got some voice synthesizer happening too. We've rated him before, and he's a solid dude. Go give him some love. Give him a follow, and he will serenade you for the rest of the week. If you want to hang out with him the rest of the week. Otherwise, we will see you at the end of the week on Sunday for Sunday Night Football, Green Bay, Dallas. Make sure you, between now and then, you go be a good person. Go live in the moment. We don't do that enough. Put the phones down. Enjoy the people and things around you. Be a good person. And, Scotty, what else you got?
Nothing, Chris. Just brush up on your geography before next stream.
You know, maybe
But also appreciate you all. Thank you, Cuban. Thank you, everybody that was here. Cuban just said great show. Have a wonderful evening. Always love Cuban in the chat.
Yes.
As I love all you guys in the chat. So thanks for hanging with us. Enjoy a incredible weekend of sports this weekend between golf and college football and the NFL. It's gonna should be an epic weekend. So have a great weekend, guys.
There you go.
Because it's already the weekend, right? I don't know. I don't work. What day is it?
Yeah, it's every day's Friday for you, Scotty. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great night. We will see you Sunday. Love you.
Deuces.